Welcome to week 3 of the Coaches Show as we get ready for tonight's game between the Dumas Demons and the Perryton Rangers from Perryton. Dumas comes off a big win this past Friday night, defeating the Lubbock Estacado Matadors by a final score of 34-7. And, you know, Coach, it was a great matchup. It's a good early road test to go down to Lubbock and play. It's also, you know, one of those stadiums that we might possibly play in the playoffs. And so it's always good to kind of get down there and kind of get your feel for things, especially for guys that haven't been there before. Sure. We jumped on top early. We score early in the first quarter, go up 8-0. And then we scored 19 points over a stretch of 3 minutes and 6 seconds in that second quarter and really take control of the game from that point. All of that happening with less than 4.5 minutes left in the first half. How do you feel about the quick start from your team?
I liked it. I thought it was really good. You know, it was definitely something different than game one.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're challenged our offense and our kids on offense to start a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that. You know, a very talented Estacado football team. We knew that coming in. So I was really proud of the things. You know, we talked about some of our keys to victory and what we needed to do, and I thought our kids did that. And so really excited about the fast start. You know, really excited about, you know, getting to play a team of that caliber, because they are. You know, they're very talented. And they tested us vertical from time to time, and I thought our kids did a great job of defending that. And then just our fast start on offense. I thought we were much improved on the offensive line. I really liked the way our running backs ran the football, and so that was really exciting to see.
You kind of finished the game on cruise control. You won 34-7. You outgained what I would call an always dangerous Lubbock Estacado team, 353-184. Your defense holds them to 79 in the air, 105 on the ground, and you know some of that was against second team.
It was.
They were 4 of 14 on third downs, 0 for 2 on fourth downs. You sacked the QB 3 times, got a turnover. Talk about your defense.
A lot of really good things. I thought we eliminated the big play all night long, and that's something that they really thrive on and something that they've had a lot of success throughout the years doing. And so that we were challenged to do that, and I thought we did a really good job. You know, from time to time there, the 105 yards rushing to a lot of people might, you know, we were a little disappointed in that at times. We thought that we lost the edge at times. We thought that we didn't contain real well from time to time. And then, you know, any time that we get our backups in, we expect our backups to execute at the same rate as our starters do. And so that was something we want to work on. But again, I do believe that they deserve the opportunity to get in. I mean, that's what's going to help us gain some depth on our defense, which we will need later in the season. And so, you know, we wanted to keep the shutout. We did put our starters back there at the end and tried to secure that, because I think that matters. I think it says a lot to your kids. You know, being able to shut somebody out is tough to do. And then you talked about cruise control. That's something that we need to work on. I believe, you know, it is a game of 4 quarters, and it's a game of 2 halves. And I think for 2 games, you know, we necessarily not that we were bad in the second half, but we did get on cruise control a little bit. And so we got to really guard against that. We got to make sure that we are executing 4 quarters and executing when we come out in the second half. So that's something definitely, you know, that I want to work on. I've talked to our kids and our coaching staff about it, and we've got to get better at in the second half.
You know, I think about game prep, and these past 2 weeks I think has really shown that of how you guys prep for what's going to happen, how you study what's going to happen. I mean, you haven't allowed any points in the first half of either one of these 2 games.
And it is, you know, different from our scrimmages. You know, we try to go into scrimmage. We don't put a whole lot of effort into, you know, we want to actually see our kids be in some stressful environments, you know, maybe not know what's coming at them and how we can react and defend that. But we are. I mean, anytime that you trade film, I mean, we're going to do our best. You know, we are a defensive formation, and we're going to do a good job offensively and defensively trying to lock into what our opponents do. And I think you can see, you know, when we do that our kids execute at a much higher rate.
Yeah, it was great. So offensively, 4 guys ran the ball really well. Manuel Banez, Nathan Gonzalez, Luis Escarcega, and Yair Castrojohn. Those are guys we're going to talk about all season. I thought they did a great job. Offensive line seemed to really work well in establishing that line of scrimmage, but also opening holes for those guys to run through. Then you had 6 different receivers catch the ball this past week, which I think is going to be something that we probably are going to become accustomed to, seeing a lot of different guys involved in catching the ball on offense. Talk about how you feel like your guys played on the offensive side of the ball.
I thought we played really well, and that type of offense is what you're going to see. We're a committee. We're a team. We don't have one superstar. We're going to spread the football. I think Emmanuel was interviewed after the game, and he even speaks to the same tune. I mean, our kids understand it. Is we're just gonna do what we need to do. We're going to run 3 and 4 running backs at you. We're not going to rely on one guy, and I think that's something that's been special about us. I think that's who we are, and that's who our football team is. I thought our offensive line did a really good job. I thought we were much improved from week 1 to week 2. Anytime that you can spread the ball around like that and you can have offense success. I think we almost had 400 yards of offense. That's definitely going to be centered around our offensive line. This year's no different than we've been in the past. Is we're gonna depend on our offensive line. We're gonna make sure that we're aggressive at the point of contact on the offensive line, and was really proud of what we did. Really proud of the way I think we saw growth in Emmanuel Ibanez at quarterback. Yeah. He threw for over 100 yards, rushed for over 100 yards, and so I'm really excited to see our offense starting to spread out a little bit and open up and be able to run the ball and throw the ball.
Well, this is a side note. For you, a little coaching milestone after this past win. You tied now for second all time in wins at Dumas with 42. Done that in 52 games, which is just, for those of you who kind of follow this type of thing, it's really unbelievable. It's incredible that the success that you've been able to have here in just your 5th season, reaching that milestone way ahead of what anybody else has done. I just want to say congratulations on the big win.
Thank you. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have the staff that I have. I'm blessed to have the kids that we have that buy into, what we're trying to sell. A community that's extremely supportive of what we do. That's what it is. It's not me. It's a really good staff that invests full-heartedly into our kids. And when we do that, our kids respond in a really good manner as well. And so really excited about where I'm at. Very, very thankful for my coaching staff and the guys that pour their lives into these kids.
It's neat to see how all these things tie in. Your next game will be your 53rd game coach. That was how many Chad coached while he was here, 5 complete seasons. But also the guy that you're tied with right now is Coach McCauley, who you have some ties with back to Dumas football.
He actually gave me my first job here at Dumas. I coached here at Dumas, I think, something like 15 years ago or 16 years ago, and he was the athletic director that actually hired me. And so a really good man, somebody I still talk to today. And so I know what he did for Dumas football. I know the years that he had and where he took this program. And so I'm extremely honored to even be in that category and even be named, in the same category that he is, because he's a really good man.
Yes, it's neat to see how all those things just kind of go back and line up together.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's move on. After starting with a tough game here at home against Lubbock Cooper, it's been 2 straight on the road, or it's going to be 2 straight on the road. We traveled south last week. We're headed north this week to play Perryton for tonight's game. It's a long rivalry that Dumas and Perryton have had. The 84th meeting between these two teams. Dumas has the edge at 42 to 40 to 1. I mean, so it's basically a 50-50 series. Let's start defensively for tonight. What are the Demons going to need to do to be successful on defense to stop the Perryton offense?
Well, Perryton's got a really good football team. Coach Haberther and his staff do a great job, and we as we trade film, we're watching them on film. I mean, they're really good on offense. They're in and out of formations. They anywhere from tight end, 2 backs in the backfield, under center to empty 5 wide, and so they do a really good job of that. They do a good job of keeping you off guard and getting in and out of different personnel and formations. And so I think the biggest thing we're going to do is we're going to have to recognize that. We're going to have to do a really good job, since we are a defense by formation. We're going to have to do a really good job of seeing that. Aurelio Medrano is really our quarterback on the defensive side. He's the one that checks all of our defenses. And so we're going to have to be locked in. He's going to have to be really locked in, recognizing when we do that, we have a lot of different calls and things that guys do, so we can trigger and be alarmed of certain things. And so we're all going to have to really be locked in defensively to that, so we can get in and out of the different fronts per their formations. And then I think, as always, I think we're going to have to try to make them one-dimensional. I think we're going to have to eliminate the run game. They're fine with three yards in a cloud of dust. They're fine with that. And so we've got to be really good on, of getting them behind the chains early. I think if we can get them into third and long, that's going to give us more success on the defensive side. And so, the biggest thing is I think we're just going to have to really have our minds in the game and being able to make our checks and get us in the right fronts.
It's always wild to play over in Perryton. I've seen some crazy games.
It is, I mean, as you just stated, something that's been played, we're fixing to play the 84th year, and it's pretty much right down the middle. And so I think that's great for our communities. I'm excited about the game because I know we used to be in the same district, and so this was always a game that really had a lot on the line. And and maybe it doesn't have what it used to on the line, but I still think it's a really good game for our communities.
I agree. Offensive side of the ball, what do you think is going to be key for the Demons to move the ball and score against Perryton defense?
I think we're going to have to be balanced. I do. I think we're going to really have to, offensively is a little bit different. It's a give and take. We're going to have to read and see where they're at. Similar to the same defensive front, maybe that we've seen against Estacada, just not near as much pressure. They're going to be a little bit more base. They're going to set back. You're going to see the coverages that they're in. You're going to know the fronts that they're in, and then we're just going to have to execute. We're going to have to we're going to rely heavily on our offensive line. I think our offensive line is going to have a big night, and then I want to be a little more explosive. I want to be able to see if we can test them vertical, see if we can continue to improve on our passing game and those type of things. And I think if we do that, I think if our O-line will control the line of scrimmage, we've got to continue, which we've done for 2 weeks now. We have had 0 turnovers. And I think that's the key to victory. We've got to continue to control the ball on offense. Ball security is a really big deal. And then, as we've done in the first 2 games as well, we've been really good penalty-wise. I think we've only had 4 or 5 penalties in 2 games. And so we're playing clean football. I think we've got to continue to do that. And if we do that, we'll have a chance to win the game.
I agree. It's going to be great. It's going to be a fun game tonight, and it always is when we go over to Perryton. And so looking forward to it. We're going to kind of transition here, Coach. I've got some what we're going to call quick hits each week. We'll talk about some personal questions, and we'll kind of move into some game predictions. High school from the teams that we've played.
Sure.
And then we'll move in and talk about some college games too. So quick hits. First, personal stuff. What is the go-to snack food in the coach's office?
There's. I don't think we're real picky. But me personally, I like anything gummy. I like the sweetest fish. I like any type of fruit snacks, any type of gummy. But honestly, our guys really like the energy drinks. I don't know if that's a snack, but that is definitely something that we maybe, I really think that we could get a sponsorship. Okay. Because we really go through those on any given day.
I can see it, the Monster Energy coach's locker room.
Yes, and a wide variety. Monster, Red Bull, Ghost, there's a variety.
It's nice. After a big win, who texts or calls you first to congratulate you?
I usually hear from my family first and foremost, and then Brett Stiegel's another guy. Yeah. Brett Stiegel's a guy that's always is going to reach out. That's awesome. And he always has great words of encouragement. He's a dear friend, a guy that really just loves everything Dumas, and so Brett Stiegel's awesome. A guy that's always going to reach out and talk to us.
That's cool. If you could meet or talk to any big-time coach in the history of football, who would it be?
Big Nick Saban fan, and so I would. I just obviously the amount of success that he's had. There's a mix. I'm a Nick Saban guy, and then I'm also a really, really big fan of Dabo Swinney. I like the character of both men. I like how they run their programs, So those are 2 guys that are pretty high on my list.
Clemson just locked him up for 10 more years.
Smart. I think he does a great job. I think he's a really high character man. I really liked those type of things that he does in his program, and then obviously just the success and the character of Nick Saban as well.
All right, so we'll peel back the onion a little bit more. Favorite football player when you were growing up?
I was a big Bo Jackson fan.
Oh, yeah.
I just was. I liked that he was a multi-sport athlete. I liked that he, not only in football, but he was very, very successful, in multiple sports. I wasn't a huge baseball guy, but I really liked Ryan Sandberg. I just think it was the flip glasses. But no, I mean, and I've never been a guy, that really, I don't know, idolizes people.
Sure.
I'm not a real big name guy. I don't get caught up on names, but I did have a poster of Bo Jackson, the one with the bat and the shoulder pads. I had that on my wall.
For sure. Bo knows. All right, so let's move into some game predictions. We'll look at each week. We'll look at our past opponents. I didn't want to put anybody we're playing in the future because I don't want to give them any bulletin board material.
Sure, understand.
But Lubbock Cooper this weekend travels to Abilene Wiley.
I think it's going to be a good game. Abilene Wiley is much improved.
They are.
I've really been seeing them just gain steam throughout the years. And so that's a tough one.
Yeah, it is
especially with it being at Wiley. I think they just beat Monterey 30-0 last weekend, which I know that's an improved Monterey team. So that's tough. Just because we've played them, I know their physicality and offense. I'm going to go with Lubbock Cooper.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Lubbock Cooper, just their style of play, is tough to match.
Sure.
And so even though they travel down to Wiley, which I think is going to be a tough place to play.
It is.
I see Cooper kind of edging them out.
I think the same. I do too.
Another good one going on back in Lubbock is Paladuro playing at Lubbock Estacado. Paladuro, to me, kind of seems to be an improved team as well.
They are much improved. I think they played. I remember just the score of Tascosa in week 1.
Yeah.
It was still a good win for Tascosa, but I thought Paladuro played really well at times. They didn't maybe score the points that they needed to score, but I do. I think Paladuro is much improved. I'm going to go with Paladuro in this one. Yeah,
I think so too. I think that Paladuro, I don't know what it is. Maybe just kind of starting to figure things out. It's the second or third year that they've had the coach down there.
I think it's his. I can't remember either second or third year, but somewhere there. I think they're much improved on defense. I think they've got a pretty aggressive defensive line. Obviously have a really talented coach coaching them in Ziggy Hood. So I think it's going to be a really good game, and I'll take Paladuro.
I think so too. I'm going to go with you on that. I think Paladuro is going to go down and get the road win. There in Lowry against Lubbock Estacado. Got some college games. I know that you don't have a whole lot of time to watch what's going on Saturdays. There is one down there at the bottom that I know is going to be fun to talk about. But first one's Tennessee at Pitt. Both these teams come in ranked. Pitt's kind of is kind of a pick for some people in the ACC. I think Desmond Howard picked him in his Final Four to make it to the college football playoff. But Tennessee traveling to Pitt's fun matchup, SEC, ACC.
Was that Pittsburgh that was on TV last week on maybe on a Thursday?
I think so, yeah.
That environment was electric. I don't get to watch a whole lot of college football, but I watched some of that. And just the environment. Yeah, they I think they picked it off there at the end and ran it back for a touchdown to really seal the game.
The place was going crazy.
It was crazy. It looked amazing. And so if it's at Pitt and the environment that I saw last week on TV, I'm going to go with Pitt.
I am too. I loved watching just what was happening there. They're playing Heinz Field where the Steelers play. That place was unbelievable.
It was. It looked wild and it looked pretty electric, so I'm going to go with Pitt.
Okay. This one's an in-state matchup. It's always kind of fun. I don't know if you saw Iowa's score last week. This is Iowa State at Iowa. Iowa won last week 7-3 against like South Dakota State or somebody like that. So Iowa with that defense that they always have. Another fun in-state matchup there, Iowa State and Iowa.
And that 7-3 is pretty normal for them. I mean, they're always, they're going to do that type of style of offense as well. They're a grind it and play good defense. That's a tough one. I really like the way that what Iowa State has been doing lately. That their coach is another guy that I really respect and like, and I think he's done a great job in changing the culture there. I'm going to take. I don't know if it's an upset, but I'm going to take an upset, and I'm going to go with Iowa State.
Okay, I'm going to go with Iowa. I like the home team. I like what they do there. Kind of reminds me a little bit of us. The way that they're known for their physicality, known for being tough. And I like Iowa at home.
Yes, sir.
Kentucky, they're ranked 20th. They're playing at number 12, Florida. Another early season SEC conference matchup there between those two teams in the swamp.
Sure. I saw a little bit of the highlights of Florida last week. They had a really big comeback to, I think beat Utah.
Yep.
And so I think they've got a little momentum going right now. I think that was a really big win. Florida has been known for their football, but they've slid a little bit in the past. And so I'm definitely inside the swamp. I'm going to take Florida in this one.
I think so too. I don't think you pick against Florida playing at home. Kentucky's kind of been one of those teams on the rise,
Sure.
One of those teams that's that is kind of become a little popular to pick and follow. I mean, they've been winning some games, but I think Florida at home.
I do too.
Man.
I do too.
This one is an interesting matchup. It's one of the Pac-12 games. It's a conference game again early here in the season. Number 10 USC under Lincoln Riley. Now they travel and play a road game at Stanford.
It's a big game, and I tried to. A lot of these coaches, that made changes. There was a lot of change in college football this last year, and some really big names. And so I tried to look at how all those guys did last week. And I think one thing that really stuck in my mind is there were a lot of offensive touchdowns scored in a bunch of those coaching changes.
Sure.
With OU and Levy and the things that are going on there. And then I looked at USC to see what he was doing. I looked at Sark at Texas to see what they did. And Alabama as well. And there were just a lot of touchdowns being scored. And so I'm going to go with USC. I think they got a little momentum going right now. I don't necessarily understand that whole coaching change of what went on at OU and USC, but I think I'm going to take USC in this game.
Yeah, I agree. They've just got too many weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Stanford, they'll come up and they always, I think they're kind of known for playing good defense. They've got a lot of good guys that come out of there.
Sure.
But USC's got weapons.
They do. And a lot of them transferred in, a lot of them came to coach.
They did. You brought in a lot of that help.
Yeah.
This one, to me, is one of those kind of trap games. To me, if you're Texas A&M, it's a scary game of who you're bringing in. Appalachian State, who just seems to always find a way to win these wild and crazy games. They come into Kyle Field and play number 6 Texas A&M.
Last time I watched anybody play, it wasn't personally like Parker went to the A&M and Alabama game last year, and playing at Kyle Field is a little different. The environment and the 12th man is a really big deal. Parker said it was one of the craziest environments. It didn't end like he wanted it to, but he said it was one of the craziest environments that he's ever seen.
Yeah.
And so I know Appalachian State will come in and play well. They've always been that type of team that's going to slip up on somebody and possibly get a win. I just don't think it's going to be in College Station this weekend. I'm going to definitely take A&M.
I think they got like 105,000 people that can pack into that place. That is something else. I don't see Texas A&M losing that game.
I don't either.
This next game is a real interesting matchup between Baylor and BYU. They're both ranked. Baylor number 9. BYU number 21. It's a home game for BYU. I think it's a night game in Provo. So this one to me is going to be a really fun one to watch. I think they're probably both going to – they can both light up the scoreboard.
Sure.
What do you think of this one?
I think they know each other a little bit. If I'm thinking right, I think Baylor's offensive coordinator came from BYU.
I think so.
He's running that he's really got behind some of that, power style offense that they've been running. I really like Baylor. I really like how they've, under some tough circumstances have really revived, that football program in the couple of years that they were down. And so I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a tough game at BYU, but I'm going to take Baylor in this one.
I'm going to go with BYU. I don't like BYU, but I think they're going to win. I think that it's a real tough place to go in and play. It's one of those really fun type atmospheres. I don't know. I see BYU taking this one.
Yes, sir.
Tarleton at TCU. I was thinking about this as I was kind of typing this out. Who would have thought just 10 years ago that Tarleton would even be able to schedule a game with TCU? They're a Division I program now. Made a lot of different changes. They've got a game coming up on Saturday at TCU.
That's a really big step. I remember I played in that conference. I played at Eastern New Mexico, and we were in the same conference as Tarleton, and so had some really good friends play at Tarleton as well. But they've really been doing some really good things at Tarleton. They have really been recruiting some really top-notch athletes and have really done a good job. I'm just not for sure they're ready for TCU. But, I hope Tarleton can go in there and really play well. But I'm going to take TCU, especially at home. And I just think it's another level right now.
Yeah, I think TCU is going to score a lot of points
I
on
do too.
Saturday. These next two a little bit closer to home. Number 25, Houston goes into Texas Tech. Love it down there. It's an afternoon game, 2:30 game.
I think it's going to be big. I think the atmosphere last week was really big in Lubbock. I think it will as well, being a 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock game. I think that makes a difference.
Yeah.
They are playing a really talented Houston team. I mean, Houston has really been on the move here lately. They've been playing some really good football, and I think Houston's ranked.
Yeah, 25th. Yeah.
And so Tech with a ranked opponent, but I do believe that Tech's got a lot of momentum right now. I do. I think the job that's being done there is it's dear to my heart a little bit, because I think he's taken a
To Alabama.
deal gets it done there in Alabama, and so that's one reason that I'm a big.
In Dumas. The world depends on farmers, but who can farmers depend on? At Corteva Agriscience, teams are dedicated to serving farmers year-round. Pioneer Hybrid, an American seed brand since 1926, has proudly partnered with H&C Seeds for over 30 years. H&C Seeds have a proven track record of consistent placement of high-yielding corn hybrids, as well as Phytogen cottonseed varieties that match your management style for maximizing yields. Whether it's Pioneer Hybrid corn seed or Phytogen cottonseed, see H&C Seeds for the best fit on your farm. Good luck, Dumas and Sunray athletes.
Back in 1947, just 2 years after the end of World War II, Woody's Furniture opened its doors. That's 75 years we've been a part of this community. So whether you need new furniture, new floors, or new appliances, from names you know and trust Woody's to take care of your family. At Woody's, you can get what you want today, with a variety of credit options as well. Come see us and see why Woody's Furniture has been the home of greater value since 1947. Woody's Furniture, 715 Bliss, on the east side of the square.
It's prime time. Time to call Prime Components in Dumas for all your metal building needs. What makes Prime Components different? They manufacture their own sheet metal and trim that makes for a faster turnaround time. Prime's experienced sales and service staff have a complete knowledge of the business, so they can help you determine which quality Prime product is right for your needs. Visit their website at primebldg.com or call 806-935-0141. Prime Components on the south side of Dumas on U.S. Highway 287. It's prime time.
Hi, I'm Quita Jones, pastor at First United Methodist Church in Dumas. Our church supports our demons and demonettes. And as we do, we invite you to participate in our ministry. Sunday mornings for worship at 10 a.m. in our sanctuary and on Facebook Live at FUMC of Dumas. Please come and experience new life in Jesus with us at First United Methodist Church.
Since 1951, Broxton's in Sunray has been a proud sponsor of area athletics. Uncle Bobby and his family understand the value of teamwork and determination and wish the best for all of our student athletes this year. We invite you to come in and take a look at our great selection of furniture, appliances, electronics, and carpet. Come see us today at Broxton's, 315 Main in Sunray, where it pleases us to please you.
Eason Morrison Funeral Directors maintains a tradition and the heritage that was started in 1943. We pride ourselves on our service and our dedication to the Dumas, Stratford, and Sunray, Texas communities and the families we serve. We're proud to be Dumas's only locally owned funeral home. We're not just your funeral directors, we're your friends and neighbors, and proud supporters of the Dumas Demons, Demonettes, Sunray Bobcats, and Lady Cats. In Dumas and Delhart, Wesco Rental is a hometown company you can call for high-quality rental equipment and tools for nearly any project, professional or home, and also pick up everything you need to celebrate. Try our popcorn machine to give your parties that extra pop, or sweeten the day with our cotton candy machine. With bouncers, snow cone machines, and a margarita machine, Wesco Rental will make it an event to remember. Give us a call at 935-7185 or come by 234 West 1st and let us make your perfect party a snap.
The golden rule is no inconsequential thing. At Happy State Bank, it's the very thing that drives everything we do, which might explain why we've been around since 1908 and why at nearly 60 locations across the great state of Texas, we're treating our customers the way we'd want to be treated, like family. And if you ask us, or any of our customers for that matter, that's worth more than its weight in gold. To learn more about joining our happy family, visit happybank.com, member FDIC. Happy State Bank. Always bank on the bright side.
Bartlett's Lumber and Hardware here in Dumas has everything you will need to start and complete any project. If you need lumber, glass, roofing, paint, hardware, or plumbing supplies, come to Bartlett's and allow one of our knowledgeable salespersons to help you. For great prices and excellent customer service, remember Bartlett's Lumber and Hardware at 920 Dumas Avenue or call 935-8182.
If you think Cultivate of Dumas is just all about plants and flowers, well, think again. While they do have a beautiful variety of flowers and plants along with whatever your yard needs to stay green, weed-free, and growing strong all summer long, they also have clothing and accessories, gifts, and home goods. Pop in and see them today at 503 North Maddox, 935-2894. Cultivate of Dumas.
You've got to think Wink for AC repair or installation. Think Wink for AC with zero aggravation. Winkleman Heating and Air Conditioning.
Think Winkleman Heating and Air, 501 South Dumas Avenue for repair or replacement. 806-935-6327.
Think Wink.
287 Roadhouse at 1621 South Dumas Avenue in Dumas offers the best steaks in the Panhandle, cooked the way you love them, along with fresh seafood. Plus, 287 Roadhouse will be streaming Dumas Demon football this season. Come in and check out our great menu today at the place to be. 287 Roadhouse, 1621 South Dumas Avenue, 806-935-0287.
And we are back at Ranger Football Stadium. The Perryton Rangers won the toss. They chose to defer and their option until the second half. And so Dumas said, we want the ball. And Perryton said, okay, we're going to defend the south end. And so Perryton will be going south to north or from our left to right. Dumas will be going north to south or our right to left, depending on how your radio dial is set up. All right, the kicker for Perryton is going to be, have to find his name here.
Can't see his number.
Yeah, Javier Ledesma. And deep for Dumas could be Nathan Gonzalez and Luis Escarcega. And there's the kickoff. The game underway. This kickoff brought to you by Goodwin Heating and Air Conditioning. The ball takes a couple of bounces and then bounds into the end zone. And so Dumas will get it on the 20-yard line, and that's where Dumas will set up, the 25-yard line. That's where Dumas will set things up here to start the game. Quarterback will be Emmanuel Ibanez. They are running back by committee, and right now it looks like it's Yahir Castrijan.
Yeah.
He'll be the pistol back. 3 receivers are splitting out to the left and 1 to the right for this first play of scrimmage. That's Oliver Ortiz out on the right. It is good to see him.
Yes, sir.
And then 3 on the left will get those. Jace Harris is the inside receiver. I can tell that. First down and 10 from the 25. Yahir becomes a blocking back now on the right side. He's going to get the handoff, trying to come around the left side, but he's going to get nailed by a blitzing linebacker. And coming in on the tackle will be Brian Chacon, actually a defensive lineman. Dumas will lose about 5 yards on that play. That'll bring up second down and 15.
Yeah, Brian Chacon, he's a 220-pound defensive end, and they have a lot of faith in him.
All right, Dumas lines up this time with Castrijan as your pistol back. 3 receivers this time go to the right. And then over on the left, I believe that's going to be Hayden Waddell. Second down and 15. This time, Banya's back to pass. He looks right, pumps right. Now he throws right across the middle. Has a receiver open, but in jumps a secondary for an interception. And we shouldn't have bragged about turnovers. Coming up with the play is Eric Majaris. And that'll be the first turnover for Dumas this year. And he'll get the ball down at the Dumas 26-yard line. And that's where Perryton will set things up, as we've only played 54 seconds in this game.
Well, that time Ibanez kind of had somebody hanging on his shoulder, and he went ahead and tried to throw the ball, so he couldn't get the full emphasis on the ball. We had a receiver wide open, but that little hesitation there allowed the Rangers to come in and intercept that ball in.
Julian Cervantes will be the quarterback for the Rangers. The Rangers will send 3 receivers over to the right side, and then Dominguez is the running back, and they're going to just give it to Dominguez right off the behind tackle that Dennis talked about.
Yeah.
He's going to go down to the 14-yard line. He'll be real close to a first down. He's going to pick up 9. It'll be second down and 1.
Well, I'm looking there at that offensive line. 55 is in there. He's a 220-pound offensive lineman, as well as others in there. They range 220 to 275.
All right, Cervantes this time will have, it's not Dominguez, but he is going to hand off to Stetson Garcia. He goes inside, and he's going to be close to the first down marker. I can't tell. And
well,
they gave it to him.
Yeah.
They moved the chain, so it'll be first down and 10 now, down just inside the 15-yard line for the Rangers. We'll set up the defense here after this play. Perryton ready to go. Dominguez back in. Cervantes is the quarterback. He sends a man in motion. They toss it to him, trying to run a sweep around the left side. But Parker Dunham comes up. He sniffs that out. That'll gain maybe a yard. It'll be second down and 9.
We saw that very play in the JV game last night. They do a lot of misdirections, a lot of pitchbacks like that. They also got a play where they can throw it off of that. I don't think they will at this point of the field, but they have a varied offense.
Hector Pando is your nose guard. Arnaldo Hernandez an end, and Jaden Tovar also an end. It'll be second down and 9. 3 receivers out to the left. They're going to do a quick bubble screen. It's going to be caught, and then coming in to make a tackle will be Tanner Cohen. And I believe that was going to be caught by Esparance, I believe, number 21.
I couldn't tell who made the final tackle over there, but they're inside the 5-yard line right now. And what's the down?
Yeah, he made it enough for a first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Rangers at the 4. 3 receivers go to the left. And now Perryton's just going to do a quarterback keeper with Cervantes, and he's going to be in for the score. And Perryton will strike quickly. They will strike first. 4-yard run by their quarterback, Julian Cervantes. They will come in and kick the extra point. This extra point brought to you by Panhandle Collision at 700 South Porter in Dumas. Coming in to kick for the Rangers is Javier Ledesma. The ball is down, the kick's on the way, and the kick is good. So Perryton will strike first, and they will lead 7-0 with 9:15 left in this opening period. Let's come back and see if the Demons can get untracked. This Dumas Demon broadcast presented by the Dumas Economic Development Corporation.
At Jack Oldham Oil Incorporated, we are family owned and operated and have been serving the Dumas area for over 40 years, providing propane and oil services as well as aerial and ground rig spraying services. Your one stop for all your agricultural needs. We're more than happy to find the right solution for you. Come into our office at 115 Wilson Avenue, Dumas, Texas, 79029, or give us a call at 806-935-2104 so we may have an opportunity to serve you.
On Dumas's opening possession, Emmanuel Ibanez threw his first interception of the year. Perryton returned that interception to the Dumas 26, and then they made a couple of first downs, and on first and goal, it was Julian Cervantes in from 4 yards out. Perryton leads 7-0. This kickoff brought to you by Goodwin Heating and Air Conditioning. They are your Lennox dealer here in Dumas. This kick will bound into the end zone as well, and Dumas will have their second possession on the 25-yard line with 9:15 left in this first quarter.
Well, Dumas has got a chance now to come back and have a big long drive to go down and even this thing up. But that first time Dumas had the ball, looked like Perryton Ranger defense was pretty stout.
Emmanuel Ibanez will be your quarterback. Y'all hear Castrajon, your running back. Two receivers go to the right, two receivers go to the left. We'll get the offensive line after this play. 1st and 10 for the Demons at the 25. Ibanez takes the ball. He's going to hand it off to Castrajon. Castrajon can't find anything inside. He breaks it out to the left, and now he breaks another tackle. He crosses the 35 and gets down to the 39-yard line to pick up a 14. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Dumas Demons.
Got your offensive line for you. Hector Pando along with Dalton Levin, Rodrigo Martinez, Thunder Mayo, and Keegan Ireland.
All right, we'll keep an eye on those guys because they get it done.
Well, that run was all Castrajon there breaking tackles.
Castrajon still in as the pistol back. Two receivers left and right. Here comes a man in motion. That's Harris. He's going to come to the left. This time a zone read. Ibanez keeps it. He shows a burst of speed up the middle. Now the ball bounces out. Dumas is there on the far side to fall on it. That's Oliver Ortiz. The ball comes out to the 48-yard line. It should be a pickup of 9 yards when you add the run and the fumble. Yeah. And it's 2nd down and 1.
Well, he needs one. Let's see what they get. That fumble came out late.
Real late.
Yeah.
Two receivers. I believe it's Harris and Ortiz off to the right. Two receivers off to the left. Castrajon, the pistol back behind Ibanez. Ibanez takes the snap. It's just a quarterback keeper. He breaks the line of scrimmage. He's out in the opening. He switches hands, and now he's going to go forward, and he's going to get hit from behind, but he'll get all the way down to the 17-yard line. Israel Gabriel comes in and makes the tackle from behind. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Well, Dumas needed one. They got, I don't know how many on that run right then, 25 or 30?
Flag on the 36-yard line. It's
against
Dumas.
Holding.
It's going to be downfield. I think it's still going to be a 1st down, but it's going to wipe away about 30 yards out of that run.
Well, he had it all the way down to the 15 or so, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he was about the 17, and they're going to say the penalty took place at the 36. So they'll put it at the 46. It'll still be a 1st down and 10 then for the Demons at the Ranger 46-yard line.
Yeah, because they only needed 1 yard to make a 1st down, and they got more than that. Ball's now spotted on the, where they got it, 46-yard line of Perryton.
So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Dumas. Two receivers over on the left, that's our side. Two receivers on the far side. Here comes Jace Harris in motion back to the left. And now Ibanez picks up, throws it across the middle, has a receiver open. That's Signs. He's going to catch it at the 39-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of about 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
That's a nice read right there by Ibanez at quarterback. He threw the ball low, and Signs had to go down on his knees to catch it, but he was the only one that was going to catch it. That's a nice delivery right there by Ibanez.
Signs and Waddell are split to the left. Ortiz and Harris to the right. 2nd down and 3. Ibanez is going to take the ball. Play action, throw it across the middle, almost the same play. This time it's Waddell. He brings it in. He'll carry a Perryton player all the way down to the 26. It'll be another first down for Dumas.
Well, that's a quick pass on a slant from Waddell. He was on the outside, went to the inside, and Abanya delivered to him right on the numbers. And that was a great play, great execution right there by the Demons.
Same formation, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Ibanez now is going to send Castrajon as a blocking back on the left side. He's going to give it to Castrajon going back to the right side. He goes in behind the right guard, right tackle. He'll pick up maybe 3 yards on the carry to be 2nd down and 7.
Well, again, Perryton has that 3-down lineman. They've got that stand-up outside linebacker, corner, whatever you might want to call him. And right now, Dumas is blocking that 3-down lineman very easy. Not very easy, but very, very good. Very well. Maybe that's better English.
3 receivers go to the left, and then Oliver Ortiz is your lone receiver on the right side. Castrajon still is your pistol back behind Ibanez. Ibanez going back to pass. He's looking for Ortiz in the corner. Oh, knocked away by Perryton's defender. That's going to be Eric Majaris, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Well, that might be the first to play a pass that Ortiz has had thrown to him this year because he's had an injury, but he's back in the game now, and that's a great pass, just a great defense right there by the Rangers in there.
Again, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It is 3rd down and 8. Ibanez going to roll to the left, and now he's going to pause, and he escapes the would-be rusher. He's going to get inside the 20, maybe to the 19. It'll still be not enough for a first. It'll be about 4th down and 2 at that point.
Ibanez is just so smooth when he runs the ball. He keeps his eyes down the field and he gauges everything. He's just a smooth player right there.
It's going to be 4th down and 3. Looks like Coach Dunham going for it. We have 5:50 left in this opening period. Perryton leads 7-0. Big play. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Castrajon, your setback. It's going to be Ibanez alone. He's trying to get through. He carries a player past the 15. It's going to be enough for a first down. Some of that was Emmanuel Ibanez on his own.
Yeah, well, the offensive line had resistance, but by the time Ibanez got there, they pushed forward to make that first down.
Dumas quickly to the line of scrimmage, 3 receivers over to the right, and now Dumas does the old sod poodle and looks over to the sideline. Ready to go again. Castrajon is your pistol back. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it's going to be a handoff to Castrajon. He cuts back inside. The first man to hit him with an arm tackle but could not bring him down was Dalton Esparance. And then he was brought down by other linebackers after that. But he does pick up maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Well, he had a gap to run through, but that tackle was up high. It kind of spun him around. He kind of lost his forward motion direction. And so, as it is, what did they give him, 3 yards?
I've got him with 1.
Okay.
Maybe 2. 2nd down and long. 3 receivers again to the left, 1 to the right. And it's going to be Castrajon again. This time there's a big hole, and he is going to get caught by one of the linebackers. I think it was Esparance again.
Could be.
But he's going to get down to about the 6-yard line, and that will be about a yard short of the first.
Well, what Perryton is doing, they're trying to tackle the ball as he goes through the line of scrimmage in addition to getting him on the ground, but they're tackling the ball hoping to get a turnover.
It's going to be 3rd down and just a yard. Same formation. This time, Ibanez is going to throw it into the end zone, and it's going to be blocked away, intended for Ortiz. I didn't see a signal.
Or did he catch it?
No, I think it hit the ground.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's going to bring up 4th down. Again, let's see what the Demons will do. It'll be 4th and 1.
Ball's on the 6-yard line of Perryton.
Dumas going to go for it. 3 receivers off to the left, 1 to the right. Ibanez looking things over. He takes it. He hands it to Castrajon. Castrajon has a first down all the way down to the 1-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Demons right there.
Well, he came off that left side over there behind number 55, which is B. Levins, as well as who's the inside 75 is going to be there, the Keegan Ireland. He ran right behind those guys, and Castrajon was able to make that first down.
If you're going to run, I'd run behind those guys too.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's going to be 1st and goal at the 1. 3 receivers again to the left, 1 to the right. And it's going to be, this time Ibanez does a zone read. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Dumas Demons. And let me say real quickly, this extra point will be brought to you by Panhandle Collision. Give them a call at 806-935-9226 because we're heading to the swinging gate.
Dumas has used that quite often. Well, they're going to go back to regular formation now, looks like.
Yeah, Morales will come in and try to tie things up.
They never stopped the clock after that touchdown. They just now did.
I saw that thing.
Perryton may have been offside. The kick for Morales is on the way, and it is good.
Yep, let's see what this is.
And Perryton jumped.
They did.
They're going to advance it on the kickoff. Nope, declined. All right, 3:16 left in this opening quarter. We're all tied up at 7. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll be ready for the Dumas Demon kickoff. Stay tuned. This football broadcast brought to you by the DEDC.
Designs and More is proud to support our local youth. By choosing Designs and More, you can be assured of high quality, excellent service, and fast turnaround. From one t-shirt to 1,000, no order too big or too small. Designs and More is your headquarters for screen printing, digital printing, signs, banners, and decals. Designs and More can also help your organization with fundraising. For more information, call Designs and More at 935-7518 or stop in at 608 South Dumas Avenue.
Springtime in the Panhandle means that occasional thunderstorm, and sometimes occasional thunderstorm means hail. If your car gets damaged by hail or anything else, there is no better place to take it than Dickey's Body Shop in Dumas. Chad Henry and his crew at Dickey's are ready to make sure that your car is restored to being just like new once again. Give them a call to schedule an appointment today at 806-935-6333. Dickey's Body Shop, 319 North Dumas Avenue in Dumas.
Dumas goes 75 yards, and then Emmanuel Ibanez goes in from 1 yard out, tie things up at 7-0. This kickoff brought to you by Goodwin Heating and Air Conditioning. Give them a call at 806-683-2665. It's kind of a high blooper kick, called fair catch by Esparance. And Perryton's going to have good field position at the 44.
Absolutely. We saw that same kickoff in that Estacada game, and Coach told us that they just kind of use that as a chance to, if they kick it high enough, they got a chance for the coverage team to go down and make a tackle right at the spot. And that's kind of what happened then. Didn't get it quite deep enough because now Perryton's got a great field position.
Angel Kuros and Aurelio Madrano are your inside linebackers. Caden Vinzer, Sabian Perry, your outside linebackers. One receiver split to the far left, and then a tight formation. They're going to hand it off to the running back, and this time it's going to be Stetson Garcia. He'll get maybe 2 yards. They're going to call him down at the 46-yard line.
Well, I was looking for that H-back. He kind of came from the running back position back there, I think, then. But right now I see number 2 in there and number 7 in there and number 14 in there, 14 being the quarterback. Number 7 is Dominguez, the running back.
2 receivers go to the right, 1 to the left. They do have the H-back or the blocking back on the left side. And this time it's going to be play action. Cervantes looking left, throws it across the middle, and it's going to go incomplete. He overthrows his intended receiver. Defending on the play was Emmanuel Ibanez. So Ibanez and Emmanuel Marquez are your cornerbacks. Your safeties are Parker Dunham and Tanner Cohen. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Rangers at their 46-yard line.
Well, a big stop right here on this play would be huge for the Dumas defense because then they're really in a good position there to make Perryton kick into their own end zone.
All right, the fans on their feet. It's 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now here comes a man back in motion. They play action. They do a quick bubble screen. Wow. Emmanuel Ibanez is there to break that up. The ball's on the ground, but now they're going to say it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, guys, because it looked like to me he made a move to go.
Yeah, that was Shigoda on the reception, and Ibanez just lit him up. Yes. How's that for your quarterback?
Yeah, that's right. Well, he's Ibanez played that position for 3 years now, so he knows what he's doing over there.
Parker Dunham will be deep for Dumas to receive this punt. And I believe it's Javier Ledesma is the punter. Perryton bringing in substitutes.
Looks like either 7 or 9 will be the punter. There's 2 of them back there.
Yeah, so it could be Joel Alvarez. Little rugby style, and it's on the way, and Dunham's going to let it bounce, and it takes a Dumas bounce, or Perryton bounce into the end zone, and Dumas will have it again on the 25-yard line. It's 7-7 here with 2:24 left in the opening period.
Well, that's kind of an interesting punt formation there. They had the punter as well as a protector back there with him, and he kind of came to the right. And kind of a rugby kick, they could run out of that thing if they so chose to do later on.
Nathan Gonzalez is going to be your pistol back this time in for Castrajon. 2 receivers, Jace Harris, Oliver Ortiz off to the right. And then Waddell is your lone receiver on the left. Have a tight end in the formation. I believe that's Cole Garcia. Now Gonzalez will be a blocking back on the left side. He's going to get the handoff going back to the right. He cuts up inside, has a big hole, and he twists and turns his way forward to the 3-yard line, and that'll be a first down and 10. I guess that started at the 20 on a punt in the end zone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, that Nathan Gonzalez, he's all of 5'7", 155 pounds, and he was pushing a defensive lineman 5 yards down the field.
Yeah, he runs like he's 200
yeah,
at 6'2".
Yeah.
2 receivers this time to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be Harrison Waddell on the left, Oliver Ortiz on the right. Ibanez, quarterback, he takes it. He's going to hand it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez finds an opening, and he breaks the first tackle. And you're right, Dennis, they're just trying to tackle the ball. He's finally down after a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah.
And someone came flying in. I believe it was Leo Lopez, and he just missed the tackle.
Yeah. Well, it took 3 of them to get him down, I know that.
Might have been Hernandez. I think they're just holding him up and then trying to force a fumble.
Yeah. Well, as it is, Dumas down, moved the ball off the 20-yard line. Ball setting right squarely on the 40-yard line, 41-yard line.
2 receivers will go to the right, 1 to the left. Ibanez, 2nd down and 1. He's going to hand it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez just kind of picks his hole,
yes, sir.
And he steps forward for about 5 yards into to the 48-yard line, and Dumas will have another first down.
I thought I saw the right tackle for Dumas, Thunder Mayo. He pulled and came around and led the gap for the running back to follow him to make that first down.
Well, Gonzalez did good reading the blocks because he almost took a stop and then picked it up again. 2 receivers again to the right. It's going to be Gonzalez again, almost the same play.
Yep.
He's going to get hit at midfield and then thrown forward for 2 yards. He'll get to the Ranger 48-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Right behind Rodrigo Martinez, and I'm trying to see who else is in there. Pando's probably in there. I can't see the rest of them, but that middle of the offensive line pushing hard.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Ibanez has Gonzalez as his pistol back. Play action. He rolls to the right. He throws to the right. Has a receiver open. That's going to be Harris on the nab. Harris is going to catch it at around the 36-yard line of Perryton and go forward to the 31-yard line. So Dumas has another big first down deep in Perryton territory.
Well executed play. Harris went down and turned to the outside over there on the sideline, and Ibanez just rolled right and bought time until he delivered the ball right on the numbers.
And there might be a penalty.
Yeah, I was asking. The referees are gathered on the far side at around the 30-yard line.
It's right at where the play happened. Dead ball, personal foul on Dumas.
Against Dumas?
I'll tell you what that was in a few minutes. I think I know.
Okay. Well,
so it'll be I think it's post play.
It should be. It still should be a first down, but instead of first down at the 31, it's going to be first down at the 46.
Well,
Coach Dunham's not satisfied with what he was told there.
Well, we don't have replay, so we can't really see.
Well,
you think you know, huh?
I know exactly what it is, but I'm not going to spotlight anything right now, but I will tell you guys in a moment.
All right. Well, I wait in anticipation.
Coach Dunham's still not satisfied with whatever the explanation was there.
There's 5.
Well, it should be post
10, and there's 15, 16-yard mark.
It should be post possession, so it should be first down.
It's first down.
They are going to move the chains, but it's going to come down to the 46-yard line. And so that was a dead ball foul, and that'll be the first unsportsmanship. And I don't think they say the player's name, but the officials will keep count of it, and if there's two, they get ejected. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Now Jace Harris goes in motion back to the right. Abanez takes it. He's just going to do quarterback keeper around the left side. He breaks the first tackle. He'll get about 4 yards on the carry down to the 42. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
I'm just impressed with how hard Dumas' running backs, quarterbacks run the ball. They get contact, but they break off of that contact and make an extra yard or two on just about every running play. What have we got? Timeout?
That's going to be the first quarter. We're tied up at 7. Dumas has the ball. It'll be 2nd down and 6 in Ranger territory at the 42. When we come back, stay tuned. The Dumas Demon broadcast brought to you by the Dumas Economic Development Corporation.
At Witt Motors, 400 North Dumas Avenue in Dumas, we strive to maintain the highest levels of integrity and professionalism in every area of our used cars for sale business, which is our customers' right to expect and our privilege to provide. We offer an extensive inventory of used cars, trucks, and SUVs available for sale at competitive prices. You don't have to take our word for it. We let our sales, service, and parts speak for themselves. Witt Motors, 400 North Dumas Avenue, 806-935-5607. The Dumas Co-op was founded in 1947 by a group of farmers who possessed a strong work ethic, focus, and singleness of mind in building a 24,000 bushel facility which has grown over the years to approximately 9 million bushels. They recognize those same qualities in the Dumas Demon football team and wish them the best this season. From your friends at the Dumas Co-op, 600 Twitchell in Dumas.
Summer is here, and the last thing that you want to hear is that your air is out. The good news is, if you have a problem, Goodwin Heating and Air is at your service. Matt Goodwin and his crew are the experts when it comes to making sure your house stays cool in these miserable...
All right, it is 1st down for the Demons as we start the 2nd quarter, and Dumas will have 2 receivers on the left, and now they have another back in there, but they're going to hand it off to Nathan Gonzalez, and he's going to pick up another 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3. And they had Johnny Marquez in there as a blocking back that time, I believe. There, he's in there as a receiver in the 3-man formation. Now we have 3 receivers to the right and 2 to the left, and the backfield will be empty other than Abanez, and we don't see this formation much.
No, we don't.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens on this play. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Abanez looking over to the left. Now he sends a man in motion back to the right. He fakes the handoff to him. He keeps the ball. He'll cross the 35-yard line of Perryton, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. Someone loses their helmet, and I think that's Abanez. He'll have to come out of the game for one play.
Yeah. Coming in to replace him is Lorenzo Ibarra at quarterback position.
It'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Demons. They'll have the ball at the Ranger 35-yard line. Ibarra now will have 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. Nathan Gonzalez will be your pistol back behind Ibarra. It'll be Jace Harris and Oliver Ortiz off to the right, Hayden Waddell, and I believe Jacob Sines off to the left. Ibarra is going to look things over. He's going to send a man in motion back to the right. He's going to take the snap. He's going to play action, now throw a quick pass out here to Sines, and Sines makes a quick catch, but it's going to be no gain as he has to kind of get down on his knees to catch it.
Yeah, well, that time Ibarra kind of read the defense and went through his progressions and then finally threw out here to the side as kind of an outward pass. And so no harm, no foul, other than just didn't complete the pass.
Actually, they're going to say it's about a yard loss, so it'll be 2nd down and 11. And I actually think if he'd have thrown it out just a little bit, Sines would have made a good yardage. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Abanez going to hand it off to Gonzalez. The ball's on the ground, and it's going to turn over to Perryton. So 2 Dumas turnovers.
Yeah.
Keep Perryton here as it's 7-7 here. Dumas was driving.
I think we must have jinxed them on that no penalty business coming into our introduction to the game. But as it is, the ball's going to be on Perryton's 30-yard line. Yeah, there it is. with 10:05 to go in this first half. Tied ball game, 7-7. Dumas had an interception, and then they've had a fumble.
Perryton will bring the offensive unit out to the field. They will send 2 receivers off to the right, and then Cervantes is your quarterback. He's going to take the snap, play action. He's looking to the right. Now he rolls to the right, throws it out into the flat. It's going to be caught by Stetson Garcia, but that's going to be for maybe 2 yards gained. And defending on the play, I believe, was Sabian Perry. Maybe Tanner Cohen.
Yes, Tanner.
Okay.
Well, Dumas had a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he had to go down through his progression as well to find an open receiver.
Well, that's what he's done well this year.
Yeah.
Perryton again, 2 receivers to the right, and this time they're going to hand it off to Garcia. He's trying to find something up the middle, and he will get a couple of yards, maybe 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
Pierce got the tackle on that play.
Way to go, Pierce Powers in there.
I see him, yeah, number 50 in there. You bet. Good for him.
We'll keep an eye on Pierce Powers. He's a defensive end along with Jaden Tovar. And I believe Arnaldo Hernandez moved to, no, it's Pando still in there, Hector Pando.
It's Hernandez.
Oh, it's Hernandez, okay.
Nose guard.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Cervantes back to pass, looking left all the way. It's going to go incomplete. And Parker Dunham defending on the play. That pass intended for Daniel Hernandez.
Well, that was a quick out, and Parker Dunham was right there on the spot to blow the pass away. Great recognition. And defense is all about recognition and reaction. So great job right there by Parker Dunham.
It's going to bring up a 4th down and 6. So the Dumas defense, following the fumble, comes in and does what the Dumas defense does. Parker Dunham will be standing at his 33-yard line. And Javier Ledesma is going to get the snap, and he does a rugby kick. And now the ball's going to take a bounce. Dumas moves out of the way, and it's going to be downed at the Dumas 30-yard line. And that's where Dumas will have it. 7-7 is our score, 9:12 left in this first quarter.
Well, we've had an exchange of punts right here in this, our turnovers and a punt in this second period right now. Dumas has moved the ball very well. I don't know what our yardage is right now, but other than the fumble and that first interception, we've really actually moved the ball pretty well.
Castrizon and Luis Escarcega will be your running backs. 2 receivers will go to the right, Jace Harris and Oliver Ortiz, and then Hayden Waddell will be the lone receiver on the left. And they are in that wing set. Escarcega is going to go in motion. The ball's on the ground, and I believe Perryton's going to grab it.
They got it.
And that time was just an exchange.
Yeah.
Goodness, we shouldn't have talked about that in our opening. I think we've given them the media jinx. Perryton will have it on the Dumas 29-yard line.
And Perryton's going to gain about, 50 yards or better on the fumble turnovers. Man, we got to get that cleaned up.
Perryton will come back to the line of scrimmage. They bring the offensive out. And they will send 1 receiver off to the right, and then tight formation in the backfield with 2 tight ends. Cervantes is your quarterback. He's going to take it. He's going to hand it to Garcia. Garcia trying to get some running room up the middle. Sabian Perry's going to be the one that brings him down. On the bottom of that stack is going to be Pierce Powers, and he's going to come out, and coming in for him will be Hector Pando will go back to nose.
Yeah. Hernandez still in there.
Yeah, Hernandez will go to a defensive end. 2 receivers to the right for Perryton, and they're going to go straight up the middle again. And this time I see Aurelio Medrano, Angel Quiros, and then pulling him back in there may have been Pando. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4.
Well, Perryton's tried time and time again to run in the middle of that Dumas defense, and so far they've been very limited in their success.
1 receiver will go off to the right, tight formation with 2 tight ends, and it's going to be play action. Cervantes is going to keep it. He has a big opening, and he's going to be, I believe, close to a 1st down. He's going to get to the 19, and let's see where they put it. I think it's going to be 4th and short.
Yeah.
No, they're moving the chains.
Okay.
So 1st and 10 at the Dumas 19 is where the Rangers are. We have 7:50 left in this first half. It's 7-7. One receiver goes off to the right. Two tight ends in the formation, a blocking back on the left side. Cervantes takes it. He's going to hand it off to Dominguez, and he's just going to be surrounded by Dumas Demon linemen.
Yeah.
I see Pando especially in there from his nose guard position. Arnaldo Hernandez and Jaden Tovar as well.
I think it was Tovar on that left side to turn the play back into the defensive pursuit. But all this has occurred after a fumble, and that is now, the second fumble and an interception for the Dumas offense so far.
Yeah, 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
Media jinx. I wished I'd have never brought that up.
Yeah.
One receiver goes to the right, same formation, blocking back on the left, back to pass to Cervantes. He only has one receiver in the set. Oh, he's going to make a tremendous grab in the end zone, and Perryton will get on the board again, and making that catch will be Tad Shagoda, and Perryton will lead 13-7. This extra point brought to you by Panhandle Collision. Hail damage, give them a call. They have paintless dent repair. And Javier Ledesma on for your extra point. The ball is down, and the kick is on its way. And the kick's no good. And so the score will be 13 for Perryton, 7 for Dumas. And we have 6:58 left in this first half. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll be ready for the Perryton Ranger kickoff.
Summer is here, and the last thing that you want to hear is that your air is out. The good news is, if you have a problem, Goodwin Heating and Air is at your service. Matt Goodwin and his crew are the experts when it comes to making sure your house stays cool in these miserable panhandle temperatures. They're proud to be the region's full-service Lennox dealer. Call 806-683-2665 today. Goodwin Heating and Air.
Texas license number TACLB 69385C.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Everett Jones, we want you to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why Everett Jones financial advisors like me work with you to build personalized strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through it all. I'm Everett Jones financial advisor Bob Brinkman. Call me at 806-934-8378. Everett Jones is a member SIPC.
Following a Dumas fumble, Perryton goes 29 yards. It was a 19-yard pass and catch. Cervantes to Shagoda. This kickoff brought to you by Dumas Heating and Air Conditioning. It's a short kick. Dumas comes up and makes a fair catch at around the 36-yard line. And that's where Dumas will have it with 6:58 left in this first half.
As number 88 that caught that pass, that kickoff, and that's going to be Jonathan Gutierrez. He's a junior. Good recognition to know that the ball wasn't going to go deep, and he was able to come up and secure that kickoff.
And that would have been a live ball had he not secured it.
Yes, he would.
All right, Dumas will send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ibanez is your quarterback. Yahir Castrojohn is going to be your running back. He gets a handoff coming to the right side, and he'll get about 7 yards behind some hefty blocking from the Dumas offensive line. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Well, I see the right tackle for Dumas, Thunder Mayo. He was over here, and the right tackle, 51 Pando, was over here leading that way. So, made, about an 8-yard gain?
2 receivers to the left. Oliver Ortiz, your lone receiver on the right. And it's going to be Castrojohn again, and he's going to be real close to a first down. From the looks of the linesman on this side, it's going to be a first down at the 47.
Well, again, right up the middle, and Dumas is just pushing the ball down the field, running the ball, and opening the big offensive linemen are opening the holes for the running backs to go through if they can hang on to it.
They are moving the chain, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Yep.
This time the 2 receivers go to the left, and then Oliver Ortiz, the lone receiver, on the right. Castrojohn is your pistol back. He's standing behind Ibanez. It's 1st down and 10 for the Demon offense. Ibanez takes it. He's going to hand it off to Castrojohn. Castrojohn this time going behind the left guard, left tackle. He breaks a couple of tackles, and now the ball's on the ground again, and let's see who has it.
We're going to say Perryton does.
I told you they're tackling the ball early in the ball game.
Hayden Waddell's trying to say he was on the ground, but the referee's already signaled Perryton ball.
They're going to give it to Perryton at their own 47-yard line. So 3 fumbles by the Demon offense.
And that's after Dumas was moving the ball and just a fumble.
So Perryton, they're going to put it at the 47.
Well, if you know that the defense is going to tackle the ball, you better hang on to it.
Yes, sir. 1 receiver goes to the right. 2 tight ends in the set. It's going to be a handoff to Dominguez, and he goes nowhere.
Somehow 55 ended up with the ball.
So you think the ball came out?
It had to, because 55 is the one that handed the ball back to the official.
Tovar had the tackle along with, that may have been Pierce Powers in there. 2nd down and 9, and they're going to run almost the same play. This time Dominguez has a little bit more running room. He gets into the secondary. He'll be hit by a linebacker, and Tanner Cohen is in there as well as Angel Quiros. He'll get to the Dumas 46-yard line, bring up 3rd down and 3.
Well, that time Dominguez had about a nice running gap to go through and made it, 3 or 4 yards on that play or more? And he's our primary running back.
Same set, 1 receiver to the right, blocking back on the left. Shotgun set, and here comes the man in motion back to the left. They're going to pitch it to him. He's going to try to get around. That's Jagoda. He's going to be hit by Angel Quiros. And then coming in for some help is Parker Dunham. He'll get no gain, maybe lose a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3. Perryton might go for it here with 4:33 left in the first half and a 13-7 lead.
I wouldn't be surprised, look for a misdirection, from maybe switch sides with the quarterback, running back, wide receiver, whatever it might be for a misdirection play.
Yeah, I'd also watch the hard count here.
Yeah. It's 4th down and 3 to go.
Yeah, it's at the 46. They need to get to the 43. 1 receiver is going to split off to the right. That's Jagoda. Now Perryton's going to use a timeout. So with the timeout on the field, Perryton leads 13-7. We have 4:05 left in the first half. We will be back for this big 4th down play.
Stidham Insurance is proud to serve customers in Moore County and beyond. When you need to protect your home and auto, Stidham Insurance is there. Do you want to give your family the peace of mind through life insurance? Stidham Insurance is there. Does your business need a custom policy to protect you when something goes wrong? You guessed it, Stidham Insurance is there. Call Stidham Insurance at 806-935-4191 or drop in to see them at 200 East 1st Street. That's Stidham Insurance in Dumas.
It is summertime and you are bound to be driving places. Whether you are headed into town for date night or headed out of town for a vacation, make sure your car is clean as a whistle with a trip to Jack's Car Wash. Jack's has 2 Dumas locations to serve you, with the south side location at 1124 South Dumas Avenue and the east side location at 915 East 1st Street. Don't be the guy or the girl with the dirty car. Get your ride nice and shiny with first-class service from the professionals. That's Jack's Car Wash in Dumas.
All right, we're back at Ranger Stadium. The Perryton Rangers have 4th down and about 3. They have the ball on the Dumas 46. They come out in a formation that says we're going to go for it. So let's see what happens. They have 3 receivers off to the right and 1 to the left. And Cervantes is going to take it. He's going to roll to the right, throw it to the right, and it's going to go incomplete. Oh, no way! And Tanner Cohen defending on the play, and they're going to call him for pass interference.
Unbelievable.
That cannot be a good call.
That is awful. An awful call.
And Coach Dunham down here talking to the official, but not going to make any difference because the flag's already thrown.
I mean, is it going to be marked at the line of scrimmage? Because that's where the pass was thrown. Can you have pass interference behind the line of scrimmage?
Maybe at Perryton you can. I don't know.
I mean...
But he extended the defender.
Now they're saying.
Yeah, 1st down.
So it's a 1-yard penalty?
They're saying pushing.
3 yard.
Come on.
All right, so Perryton maintains possession. They'll have 1st and 10. And now they're going to do a quick pass out to the right side. Sabian Perry there to bring down the receiver. And I believe that was Daniel Hernandez. He'll pick up about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
3:44 to go in this first half. Perryton benefited from 3 fumbles and a pass interception. Now lead 13-7 deep into the second quarter.
3 receivers go to the right, 1 to the left for Cervantes. Dumas showing blitz. Cervantes is going to hand it off to Dominguez, and he will be wrestled down, but he's going to be enough for a 1st down. They're going to move the chains down to the 31-yard line.
Well, he ran hard then, Dominguez did, and he's their primary running back. And trying to see what he's a 175-pound running back. He's a senior.
It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Rangers at the 31-yard line. They lead 13-7 with 3 minutes left in the opening half. Perryton will send a receiver off to the left and then be a tight formation with 2 tight ends blocking back on the left as well. Cervantes is going to take it. He's going to hand it to Dominguez. Dominguez gets a break almost out of the line, and then he's brought down by Cohen along with, I think, Pando from the
53, I think.
Yeah, or Arnoldo Hernandez, and so he's going to get about 8 yards on a second effort.
Yeah, he got kind of caught up in the wash, and the defense kind of lost track of him until he broke loose. Nice tackle from behind, actually, to bring him down for probably was a touchdown.
Perryton's going to have the ball on the Dumas 23-yard line with 3rd down and 2, 2nd down and 2. 1 receiver to the right. Cervantes is going to take it. This time he's going to hand it to Garcia, or maybe Dominguez is still in there. This time the Dumas defense stands him up and pushes him back, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
Well, it's critical that Dumas keeps them out of the end zone. I don't know what kind of kicker that Perryton has, but it's critical that Dumas keeps them out of the end zone. 1:52 to go, and the clock is ticking down in this second period.
Perryton will have a receiver to the right, 2 tight ends in the set, blocking back as well. Cervantes under center. He's just going to do quarterback sneak, and a scrum's going to form. Okay, now number 32 just raised his arm and said 1st down. Let's see if they're consistent in their calling of penalties.
That was a penalty before against Dumas, but not against Perryton. What's going on down on the bottom of the scrum?
Well, it's going to be enough for a 1st down. Hernandez is going to come out. Pierce Powers will go in.
I think Hernandez lost his helmet.
Helmet, I do too.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1st and 10, the ball at the 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rangers. 1 receiver on the right, blocking back on the left. It's going to be a handoff to Dominguez, and he's going to be hit first by Aurelio Medrano. Then he's going to run into the rest of the defensive unit. He'll pick up a yard, and it will bring up at the 15, 2nd down and 9.
I don't think Perryton's in any big hurry to run the play. They want to run it down to just a few seconds to go and maybe kick a field goal if they don't score a touchdown.
1 receiver will go to the right. That's Shigota. Cervantes is going to take the ball, look over to the right. Now he's going to roll to the right, and now he's just going to try to scramble, but he's going to be hit by Aurelio Medrano out in the open. He'll lose a yard on that play, and that will be 3rd down and 10, and Perryton is going to call a timeout.
Yep.
So 13-7 is our score. Perryton leads with 39 seconds left in this first half. We'll take a timeout and come back for this 3rd down play.
Whether you're thinking about moving your family or your company, Dumas extends a Texas-sized welcome and full community services to make your relocation a success. The Dumas Economic Development Corporation is here to support and help however we can. Our schools, our mild climate, our excellent transportation, our growing economy, and our proximity to a major metropolitan area all combine to make Dumas a great place to visit, a great place to work, and a great place to live. The DEDC is located at 900 North Dumas Avenue, or you can call 934-3332.
Your good neighbors at State Farm Insurance, Brett Stiegel agent, 610 East 1st Street in Dumas, wish the Dumas Demons the very best this season. We're proud of all of our area athletes and our wonderful school systems. We wish them success in all of their endeavors on and off the field. Remember State Farm Insurance agent Brett Stiegel for all of your insurance needs. Give him a call today at 806-935-9191. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Demons and fear the fourth.
All right, here comes a reverse. Perryton's trying to get around the left side, and coming in to make a great tackle is Cade Vinzer, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards. Perryton tries to do a reverse, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 11.
That's that old misdirection play that they have, and they're going to run it down and try to kick a field goal, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they've got it down to 10 seconds.
Well, we're going to find out.
And they're going to call a timeout with 3.5 seconds left in this first half. It's 13-7. We assume Perryton's going to attempt a field goal, and we'll come back for that field goal here in just a moment.
The world depends on farmers, but who can farmers depend on? At Corteva Agriscience, teams are dedicated to serving farmers year-round. Pioneer Hybrid, an American seed brand since 1926, has proudly partnered with H&C Seeds for over 30 years. H&C Seeds have a proven track record of consistent placement of high-yielding corn hybrids, as well as Phytogen cottonseed varieties that match your management style for maximizing yields. Whether it's Pioneer Hybrid corn seed or Phytogen cottonseed, see H&C Seeds for the best fit on your farm. Good luck, Dumas and Sunray athletes.
All right, we have 3.5 seconds left in this first half. Perryton on top of Dumas right now. That score 13-7, and Perryton, we think, is going to attempt about what would be a 36-yard field goal, and their kicker is their kicker is Javier Ledesma.
I think they're going to go for it.
All right.
I see it, yeah.
Zane says they're going to go for it, and here they are. And Cervantes has the ball, 3.5 seconds. He's back to pass, and now he steps forward into the pocket. He's under heavy rush, throws it into the end zone, and goes incomplete. And that will be the end. Are they throwing a flag on that?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
All right, they are going to say it is halftime here. Perryton will lead 13-7. So we'll take a timeout. It's kind of been a wild and woolly first half, and we come back, we'll have halftime highlights from the first half. We'll also have some statistics, and we'll talk about the keys to the victory, Dennis, so you better get your pencil ready. You may have to change some keys.
That's exactly right, yeah.
All right, so we'll be back here in just a moment for all of that. It is time for halftime. This Dumas Demon football broadcast presented by the DEDC.
Back in 1947, just 2 years after the end of World War II, Woody's Furniture opened its doors. That's 75 years we've been a part of this community. So whether you need new furniture, new floors, or new appliances, from names you know and trust Woody's to take care of your family. At Woody's, you can get what you want today, with a variety of credit options as well. Come see us and see why Woody's Furniture has been the home of greater value since 1947. Woody's Furniture, 715 Bliss, on the east side of the square.
It's prime time. Time to call Prime Components in Dumas for all your metal building needs. What makes Prime Components different? They manufacture their own sheet metal and trim that makes for a faster turnaround time. Prime's experienced sales and service staff have a complete knowledge of the business, so they can help you determine which quality Prime product is right for your needs. Visit their website at primebldg.com or call 806-935-0141. Prime.
interception, and I believe the interception, I didn't write that down, may have been Majaris. And so Perryton took their first possession on the Dumas 26-yard line with 11:06 left in the first quarter. It took them 2 minutes, and on a 4-yard run, quarterback Julian Cervantes went in, and the extra point was good, and Perryton led 7-0. Dumas started to get untracked on the very next possession. They took over on their 25-yard line. They went 75 yards. It took them about 6 minutes, and it was a 1-yard run by Emmanuel Ibanez, and that 1-yard run sounded like this. And it's going to be, this time Ibanez does a zone read. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Dumas Demon. The extra point was good, and that made the score 7-7. From that point on, Dumas played well defensively for the next couple of possessions, holding Perryton to 3 and out, but the offense developed fumbleitis. With 9:08 left in the first half, Dumas fumbled the ball. Perryton took over on the 29-yard line. They were able to score on a 19-yard pass from Cervantes to Shigota. The extra point no good. They led 13-7. Dumas fumbled again, and this would have been their third fumble. Their first fumble still in the first quarter did not lead to a score. Their third fumble with 6:58 left in the half, Perryton took over on the Dumas 40 on their own 47-yard line. They got deep into Dumas territory with the help from a pass interference call, and then time ran out, and so the score remains at halftime 13-7. Zane will have all of the halftime statistics, so we invite you to stay tuned for that. Zane Powers and his statistic machine will be ready here in about 40 seconds. We'll be back.
The Dumas Demon pregame show is brought to you by
from the rush, 2 from the pass, and 1 from Dumas penalty. They were 2 of 6 on third down conversions and were 1 of 2 on fourth down conversions. Julian Cervantes was 4 of 8 passing for 36 yards with 1 touchdown. Leading rusher in the first half for Perryton was Isaias Dominguez. He had 6 carries for 31 yards. He averaged 5.2 yards per carry in the first half. Stetson Rios was 7 carries for 14 yards. Julian Cervantes 4 carries for 11 yards and a touchdown. Tad Shigoda 1 carry for no yards, and Daniel Hernandez 2 carries for -1 yard. 3 different players caught the ball for Perryton in the first half. Tad Shigoda with 2 catches for 28 yards and a touchdown. Daniel Hernandez 1 catch for 7 yards, and Stetson Garcia had 1 catch for 1 yard. Again, Perryton had 2 punts, averaging 45 yards per punt, neither one returned by Dumas. Team stats for Dumas in the first half. Dumas with 161 total yards on 30 plays. That's 5.4 yards per snap for Dumas in the first half. They had 36 yards passing on 4 for 7, so again 9 yards per pass completion for Dumas. No passing touchdowns, but Emmanuel Banez did have 1 interception in the first half. Dumas rushed the ball 23 times for 125 yards in the first half. That's 5.4 yards per carry for the Demons. They did have 3 penalties for 28 yards in the first half. And the big number at halftime, Dumas with 4 turnovers, 3 fumbles lost, and 1 interception thrown. Dumas did not punt the ball in the first half. They did have 1 sack that netted a loss of 2 yards on the play. Dumas did have the time of possession, but again, it was fairly even at 12 minutes and 12 seconds. Dumas had 11 first downs in the first half, 9 from the rush and 2 from the pass. They were 1 of 3 on 3rd down conversions, but they were 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions. So no drive stopped by turning the ball over because of downs. No drive stopped because of a punt. All 4 of the Dumas drives that have been stopped have been by the turnover. Emmanuel Banez in the first half, 3 of 6 passing for 37 yards and an interception. Lorenzo Ibarra came in for 1 play. He was 1 for 1, but it was for -1 yards on the pass. Rushing the ball in the first half for the Demons, Yair Castrojohn had 9 carries for 43 yards. That's 4.8 yards per rush. Nathan Gonzalez, 6 carries for 42 yards. That's 7 yards per rush. Emmanuel Banez carried the ball 7 times for 41 yards. That's 5.9 yards per carry. He does have the only touchdown of the game for Dumas. Luis Escarcega, I think, was just in for 1 play, and he had -1 yards on that rush. Dumas had 3 different receivers catch the ball in the first half. Jace Harris with 1 catch for 17 yards. Hayden Waddell, 1 catch for 13 yards. Jacob Sines has 2 catches that netted 6 total yards. Leading tackler in the first half I have as Aurelio Medrano with 5 tackles. He had 1 sack and 1 tackle for loss. Arnaldo Hernandez also had 3 tackles in the first half. 2 tackles apiece for Emmanuel Banez, Parker Dunham, Tanner Cohen, and Pierce Powers. 1 tackle apiece for Sabian Perry, Jaden Tovar, Angel Quiros, Hector Pando, and Caden Vinzer. Caden Vinzer also, his only tackle was a big tackle for loss there toward the end of the half. Victor Morales 1 for 1 on extra points, and that's all of the special team stats, as Dumas has been unable to return any kickoffs yet or return any punts, as Perryton's kept the ball away from the Demons. So those are the first half stats, guys, and big things that stick out is Dumas has been able to move the ball when they've been able to hold on to it. They've outgained Perryton by 70 yards in the first half, but the glaring stat is the 4 turnovers. But you take all of that into account and see that you're only down 6 at halftime, showing that your defense has kept you in the ball game so far tonight.
Well, that's exactly right, Zane, and you know, we can look at the keys of the game here a little bit, but anytime you turn the ball over 4 times, that takes away your opportunities and it creates opportunities for the opposing team, and that's really the story of the game tonight is the 4 turnovers. So, yeah, you're right.
It definitely is. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look around the area at the local and area scores, also some scores of interest for the Dumas Demons tonight, as the Demons trail here at halftime at Perryton 13-7.
In Dumas and Delhart, Wesco Rental is a hometown company you can call for high-quality rental equipment and tools for nearly any project, professional or home. And also pick up everything you need to celebrate. Try our popcorn machine to give your parties that extra pop, or sweeten the day with our cotton candy machine. With bouncers, snow cone machines, and a margarita machine, Wesco Rental will make it an event to remember. Give us a call at 935-7185 or come by 234 West 1st and let us make your perfect party a snap.
The golden rule is no inconsequential thing. At Happy State Bank, it's the very thing that drives everything we do, which might explain why we've been around since 1908 and why at nearly 60 locations across the great state of Texas, we're treating our customers the way we'd want to be treated, like family. And if you ask us, or any of our customers for that matter, that's worth more than its weight in gold. To learn more about joining our happy family, visit happybank.com, member FDIC. Happy State Bank, always bank on the bright side.
Bartlett's Lumber and Hardware here in Dumas has everything you will need to start and complete any project. If you need lumber, glass, roofing, paint, hardware, or plumbing supplies, come to Bartlett's and allow one of our knowledgeable salespersons to help you. For great prices and excellent customer service, remember Bartlett's Lumber and Hardware at 920 Dumas Avenue or call 935-8182.
If you think Cultivate of Dumas is just all about plants and flowers, well, think again. While they do have a beautiful variety of flowers and plants along with whatever your yard needs to stay green, weed-free, and growing strong all summer long, they also have clothing and accessories, gifts, and home goods. Pop in and see them today at 503 North Maddox, 935-2894. Cultivate of Dumas.
You've got to think Wink for AC repair or installation. Think Wink for AC with zero aggravation. Winkleman Heating and Air Conditioning.
Think Winkleman Heating and Air, 501 South Dumas Avenue for repair or replacement. 806-935-6327.
Think Wink.
287 Roadhouse at 1621 South Dumas Avenue in Dumas offers the best steaks in the Panhandle, cooked the way you love them, along with fresh seafood. Plus, 287 Roadhouse will be streaming Dumas Demon football this season. Come in and check out our great menu today at the place to be. 287 Roadhouse, 1621 South Dumas Avenue, 806-935-0287.
At Jack Oldham Oil Incorporated, we are family owned and operated and have been serving the Dumas area for over 40 years, providing propane and oil services as well as aerial and ground rig spraying services. Your one stop for all your agricultural needs. We're more than happy to find the right solution for you. Come into our office at 115 Wilson Avenue, Dumas, Texas, 79029, or give us a call at 806-935-2104 so we may have an opportunity to serve you.
Designs and More is proud to support our local youth. By choosing Designs and More, you can be assured of high quality, excellent service, and fast turnaround. From one t-shirt to 1,000, no order too big or too small. Designs and More is your headquarters for screen printing, digital printing, signs, banners, and decals. Designs and More can also help your organization with fundraising. For more information, call Designs and More at 935-7518 or stop in at 608 South Dumas Avenue.
Springtime in the Panhandle means that occasional thunderstorm, and sometimes occasional thunderstorm means hail. If your car gets damaged by hail or anything else, there is no better place to take it than Dickey's Body Shop in Dumas. Chad Henry and his crew at Dickey's are ready to make sure that your car is restored to being just like new once again. Give them a call to schedule an appointment today at 806-935-6333. Dickey's Body Shop, 319 North Dumas Avenue in Dumas.
All right, it's halftime in Perryton, and Perryton leads 13-7. And Zane has some scores from around the area.
I do. A couple from last night. Caprock defeats Pampa 20-0. Also, Amarillo High gets a big win over Midland High, 27-8. Canadian leads Elk City 17-14 at halftime. Lubbock Cooper and Abilene Wiley are tied at 14 at halftime. Wichita Falls Hershey leads Springtown 30-6 at halftime. Lubbock Estacado leads Paladuro 14-10 at halftime. Vernon leads San Angelo Lakeview 16-0 at halftime. Randall leads Snyder 28-6 at halftime. Big Spring over Monahans 9-6 at halftime. Stephenville all over Decatur 28-0 with 7 minutes left in the first half. Andrews leads Midland Greenwood 20-0 at halftime. Tascosa leads Odessa Permian 6-0 with 9.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Sunray leads Dimmitt 28-0 at halftime. Burke Burnett leads Iowa Park 14-0 at halftime. Lubbock Coronado leads Wichita Falls Rider 14-13 with 22 seconds left in the first half. Shallow Water leads Hereford. This one kind of surprised me. It's close, 23-18 with 2 minutes left in the first half. Canyon leads West Plains 20-3 at halftime. Wichita Falls High leads Plainview 26-18 at halftime. Stratford they lead Groover 47-0 at halftime.
Wow.
Dalhart leads Spearman 28-7 at halftime. Mineral Wells leads Fort Worth Benbrook 14-7 with 6 minutes left in the first half. And Burnett leads Brownwood 14-10 with 5.5 minutes left in the first half.
Burnett, by the way, coached by Brian Woods.
That's right.
Was at Sunray and then Randall and
Really?
Shallow Water.
Okay.
And he's at Burnett.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, let's take a break here. Dumas is ready to come back on the field, and now here I see the Rangers now on the far north side of the end zone. We'll take a break. We'll come back for the start of the second half. Again, the Dumas Demons trail 13-7. Perryton is on top. We'll be back.
At Witt Motors, 400 North Dumas Avenue in Dumas, we strive to maintain the highest levels of integrity and professionalism in every area of our used cars for sale business, which is our customers' right to expect and our privilege to provide. We offer an extensive inventory of used cars, trucks, and SUVs available for sale at competitive prices. You don't have to take our word for it. We let our sales, service, and parts speak for themselves. Witt Motors, 400 North Dumas Avenue, 806-935-5607. The Dumas Co-op was founded in 1947 by a group of farmers who possessed a strong work ethic, focus, and singleness of mind in building a 24,000 bushel facility which has grown over the years to approximately 9 million bushels. They recognize those same qualities in the Dumas Demon football team and wish them the best this season. From your friends at the Dumas Co-op, 600 Twitchell in Dumas.
And we are back at Ranger Stadium. The Dumas Demons trail 13-7 at halftime. Dennis, you said make their defense defend 65 plays. I bet they've defended over half of that in the first half. You said contain the quarterback. They've done a pretty good job of that.
Yep.
You said hold Perryton to under 17 points. We're still there. But the one thing you forgot to mention was limit the turnovers.
Boy, that should have been number one, as it turns out. And the turnovers changes everything. You know, it changes defending how many plays, because you just take away your opportunities and give their team opportunities. So the turnovers is the name of the game right now. And Perryton is going to receive the third period right here to start with the ball. I'll be curious to see how Dumas comes out. If they come out with a lot of energy, a lot of being mad, being angry, or whatever it takes to come back and really take over this ball game, because Dumas' running backs and quarterbacks have averaged probably around 5 yards a carry, if I remember Zane's stats.
That's right.
So, we can run the ball if we just don't fumble the ball.
All right, well, we'll be looking for that. Perryton's going to get the ball first because they deferred until the second half. Looks like Dumas will defend the south end. They are closer to that end as they're meeting with their coaches. And Perryton will have the north end. So Dumas said we want the wind in the third quarter, and we'll see how that decision plays out.
Yeah, they'll be going left to right on your radio dial, as some folks would say. But back for Perryton is going to be number 31, number 7, number 4, and what was that on the far side? I can't.
Yeah, it's going to be Dominguez, Hernandez, and is it number
3 maybe.
3 Majaris. Kicking off for Dumas will be Victor Morales. And this kickoff will be brought to you by Goodwin Heating and Air Conditioning. Come down and see them at 519 North Dumas Avenue. And we are about to get this third quarter underway. Again, Perryton leads 13-7.
I'll be curious to see what kind of kickoff we have here.
We're going to find out. Here we go. Morales approaches the ball. He kicks the ball, and he kicks it deep. It'll be taken by not Majaris, but Dominguez. And he's going to be slammed down. And on the tackle there for the Dumas Demons will be Edward Ira.
And I think he might have hurt him. I mean, that was unbelievable, the hit that he just put on.
That was a collision.
All right, well, let's take a break here because we do have an injured Perryton Ranger. We hope that young man is okay.
Sure.
And we'll be back here in just a moment.
Summer is here, and the last thing that you want to hear is that your air is out. The good news is, if you have a problem, Goodwin Heating and Air is at your service. Matt Goodwin and his crew are the experts when it comes to making sure your house stays cool in these miserable panhandle temperatures. They're proud to be the region's full-service Lennox dealer. Call 806-683-2665 today. Goodwin Heating and Air.
Texas license number TACLB 69385C.
All right, the ball carry was Daniel Hernandez. He is, with some help, making his way to the sideline. We hope to see him again. We never want to see a serious injury.
No, sir.
Or an injury that takes a young man out of the game.
No, sir. Well, that tackle right there was a collision, and so I hope that is an indication of how strong Dumas wants to come back and take over this ball game.
All right, Perryton will have Cervantes as the quarterback. They have a 13-7 lead. They have 1st and 10 on their own 12-yard line.
This is really the first time they've been backed up.
Well, look at the difference between field position start on this quarter and the second time that Perryton had it.
Tovar and I believe Hernandez are your defensive ends. Pando is your nose guard, and they're going to run into that defensive line. And that's going to be maybe a gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Your inside linebackers are Aurelio Madrano and Angel Quiros. Outside linebackers, Caden Vinzer, Sabian Perry. Your cornerbacks, Emmanuel Abanez, Emino Marquez. Your safeties are Parker Dunham and Tanner Cohen. It will be 2nd down and 9 for the Rangers. They'll have a receiver to the right. Now they're going to do some misdirection. Come to the left. Cervantes is being chased, and nope. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be...
that's got to be a penalty.
Yeah, that's going to be intentional grounding because it didn't get past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and
that is a penalty, and it's loss of down.
And it'll be marked from where he was, and I'm not sure that he was at... he might not have been out of the end zone.
I think you're
right. If that's the
Zane.
case, that would be a safety, wouldn't it?
It's either going to be at the 1 or at the... a safety. We'll see where they mark it from.
They hadn't figured out where to spot it just yet, and Coach Dunham is saying the ball should be back. It's on the 5-yard line right now.
Yeah, they're just putting it
where the flag was. I don't understand.
Well, that was where the ref was standing when he was talking, but it should be back. I think. No way.
Well, they're going to put it on about the 7-yard line.
That is not right.
And it should be loss of down, so it should be 3rd down and about 13.
Well, they're still showing 2nd down.
Well, I don't care what they're showing. I'm going to call it 3rd. Surely they'll get that right. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
They got it right.
Cervantes, shotgun set, has Dominguez to his right. He's going to take it. He's going to roll to the right. And now he's going to scramble, and he's going to throw it down the Perryton sideline out of bounds. And that'll be incomplete, and Dumas defense comes on and says, we're going to show you what defense is.
We've had enough of this turnover business and change exchanges, so right now Perryton's going to kick out of their own end zone, and back is going to be, for Dumas, is going to be Parker Dunham.
The kicker is either Javier, he's been the one that's kicking Javier Ledesma, but he has another man standing by him. We've not seen him take the snap yet. It'll be 4th down and 13. Ledesma takes it, goes to the right, kind of a rugby style. It's a high kick. Dumas just moving out of the way. Now it takes a Dumas bounce and then a Perryton bounce and then dies at about the 39-yard line. kind of looked like Dennis Ballou's wedge shot from about 80 yards out.
Yeah, well, that was the old time. I'm not sure I could do it right now, but look at the difference in field position right here on this series of downs versus Dumas whenever they turned it over early.
Well, the Demons ready to go on offense. They have it at the Perryton 37-yard line with 11:02 left in the third period. Emmanuel Abanez is your quarterback. He has two backs in the backfield in that wing set. Two receivers to the right. He's going to hand it to Escarcega trying to get around the right side. Escarcega is going to be held up on the far side for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, Dumas tried to go wide, but they just never could get the corner turned over there. Whoever was trying to make the block over there just didn't get the defense turned away. And that time it was no gain, maybe a half a yard loss.
Dumas will have 2nd down and 10. We'll get the offensive line here in a moment.
I thought they might go deep to Ortiz over here on that play.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. And now we still have the two backs in that wing set. Castrijon goes in motion. He's going to be play action, and they're going to throw it, overthrow Chase Harris out here in the flat. He was all alone, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
Well, the play was there. It just, the pass was overthrown. I'm not sure what happened then, but we had Ortiz going deep to pull the defense away, and the inside backer, or wide receiver, was wide open, and that time Abanez just overthrew him.
Cole Garcia comes in as a tight end on the right side. Two receivers, Ortiz and Jace Harris on the right. One running back, and that's Castrijon. Abanez is going to roll to the right, plant his foot, throw it out to the right, has a receiver open. It's caught. It'll be a 1st down. Oliver Ortiz at the 25-yard line.
That's a nice execution right there, and Ortiz knew exactly where he had to go to turn around on a little curl back in to receive that pass for the 1st down. So great execution, great awareness of where you're supposed to be.
Two receivers again to the right, one to the left. Castrijon now is going to be a blocking back, more on the left side. Abanez is going to take it. Looks like just a quarterback keeper. He turns inside. He'll get down to the 20. He'll make it at the 21. He'll pick up 4 yards, 2nd down and 6.
Well, I can see why Perryton is high on that linebacker. Dominguez is also a running back. He shot the gap right then and kind of turned Abanez back into the defense pursuit, but he was quick, Dominguez was, but Abanez just made a better play.
Two receivers again to the right, one to the left. Castrijon is your blocking back, a pistol back. Now he's in a blocking back formation, but he is going to get the handoff, trying to come around the right side. Perryton does a good job turning him back inside, but he does go forward for about 3 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Well, I bet you we're in 4-down territory already, but 3rd down, and the ball's on the 19-yard line, and Dumas' first possession in this second half.
This time the two receivers are on the left side. Oliver Ortiz is your lone receiver on the right side. Castrijon is still your running back. He's the pistol formation. Here comes a man in motion. That's Harris back to the right. Abanez is going to go to the right, then hand it to Castrijon. He's going to cut back to his left. He's going to have a 1st down, get inside the 10-yard line. The Dumas Demons will have 1st and goal at around the 8.
I was looking at the defensive lineman for Perryton. They must have been 2 and 3 yards separating each one of them. And that time, Abanez, along with the offensive line, was able to pick a hole there to run into.
All right, Dumas will send two receivers to the right. Oliver Ortiz, to the left. Oliver Ortiz, lone receiver on your right. And Abanez is going to be under center with Castrijon, a pistol back. Here comes a man in motion back to the right. It's going to be just a quick handoff to Castrijon. He makes a move. He's in for the score.
Fumble.
He fumbles the ball into the
I
end zone.
think the near side ref, I think he's going to call a touchdown.
I think so.
Let's see what they call.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Dumas Demons.
Well, Castrijon hit the ground and the ball came out. I was hoping it was going to be after the touchdown, but Dumas offense really took over then. Took the ball on that short kickoff, or short punt, and took it in for the score.
All right, this extra point brought to you by Panhandle Collision. If you've been involved in an accident, they offer free estimates and hassle-free service. Victor Morales will try to make it a 1-point lead for the Dumas Demons. And waiting on the snap. There it is. It's a high snap. Perryton's going to be able to stymie that. And then we're going to be tied up at 13. Now we have a little extracurricular activity on the field. But no harm, no foul. Dumas comes on. And Dumas will tie things up at 13 apiece. And we have 8:09 left in this third quarter. We'll be back in just a moment.
Life is a series of moments. Big moments, small moments you want to bottle up so they can last forever. At Everett Jones, we want you to make the most of all of them. Whether you're planning a trip of a lifetime, retirement, or just need some everyday advice along the way. That's why Everett Jones financial advisors like me work with you to build personalized strategies for today and tomorrow. Life is for living. Let's partner through it all. I'm Everett Jones financial advisor Bob Brinkman. Call me at 806-934-8378. Edward Jones is a member SIPC.
Stidham Insurance is proud to serve customers in Moore County and beyond. When you need to protect your home and auto, Stidham Insurance is there. Do you want to give your family the peace of mind through life insurance? Stidham Insurance is there. Does your business need a custom policy to protect you when something goes wrong? You guessed it, Stidham Insurance is there. Call Stidham Insurance at 806-935-4191 or drop in to see them at 200 East 1st Street. That's Stidham Insurance in Dumas.
All right, this kickoff brought to you by Goodwin Heating and Air Conditioner. Morales is going to kick it deep into the end zone. Perryton will have their second possession of the second half at their own 25. We're tied up 13 apiece with 8:09 left in this third quarter.
I think Coach, along with Morales, says that I'm tired of kicking it over here on these short pooch punts. I'm going to kick it into the end zone and make them go 75 yards if they can go it at all.
Especially when you got the wind at your back.
Yeah, well, that's true, too.
You're pretty sure he can
do that.
Get that done.
Yeah. Well, 8:09 to go in this third period. Dumas scores now and make it 13-13. Let's see what the second series of downs for the Perryton Rangers can do.
See what the defense can do again.
Absolutely, yeah.
Perryton will send two receivers to the right, one to the left. Cervantes, shotgun set. He has Dominguez to his left. He's going to take it. Play action, looking left. Now they're going to try to go deep. And Emino Marquez almost with a pick. And it's going to go incomplete. And quite frankly, Emino Marquez is going to dodge a bullet because I did see Jersey spread apart. He had a little defensive holding for a moment.
Well, it was a tip ball after the receiver for Perryton kind of tipped it up a little bit. Marquez kind of had his hands on it. Thought he pulled it in, but as it is, it went incomplete.
Perryton will have three receivers on the right side, none on the left, and then Dominguez will be standing to the right of Cervantes. Cervantes now play action to the left, goes to the right, and he's going to be wrapped up. No gain. Third down coming up. And I'm not sure who was on the tackle, Zane. Was that Sabian?
Sabian Perry,
That's
yes.
what I thought.
Well, right now the Dumas defensive line is controlling the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what you want out of a defense.
All right, Perryton's going to come up. They'll have third down and just over 10 yards. They're going to send two receivers to the right, two to the left. Cervantes will have Dominguez standing to his right.
Look for misdirection.
Cervantes is going to take it. He's going to roll to the right. Now he's looking downfield, throws it, and he's going to overthrow his intended receiver down the Perryton sideline, and I believe that's going to be Majerus. Defending on the plays, Tanner Cohen, and Dumas forces a second 3 and out.
Yeah, and Perryton's going to be punting. He's probably going to be on the 15-yard line when he kicks it, and maybe inside that. Back deep is going to be Parker Dunham. He's probably going to field the ball, if he does, somewhere around the 50-yard line.
Well, their kicker does a rugby style, and then he kicks it really high.
Yeah.
Makes it hard to field.
Yep.
All right, he does go to the right, rugby style. He kicks it high. This time, Dunham is going to let it bounce at the 40. Then it takes a Dumas bounce back forward to the 43. And Dumas will have their second possession at their own 43-yard line. We have 7:08 left in the third quarter. Dumas has it tied up at 13 apiece.
Well, in this third period right now, Dumas has come out and stymied the Perryton offense 2 times, and then Dumas took it in and scored. This will be the second series of downs for in the third period for the Dumas Demons. The ball's now on the 43-yard line.
All right, Ibanez is going to send two receivers left and right, has a back in the pistol formation. He's going to take it. Play action. Had Oliver Ortiz on a slant, and had Oliver got that, I think he'd have gone the distance.
I wanted to see the foot race on that one. Had Ortiz. It was just a little bit behind him, but he should have caught it, and he knows it. But as it was, it's a first down misplay right there.
Escarcega will be your pistol back. 2 receivers again to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Second down and 10 for the Demons. This time it's going to be a handoff to Escarcega. He comes behind the left offensive line, Dalton Levin, along with Keegan Ireland, and he's going to get 10 yards. And now we're going to have some extracurricular activity, and let's see who they call it on. Oliver Ortiz was caught up in a little scrum with Eric Majaris.
Well, the head official called it from way back.
Ball, personal foul on Dumas. That is unbelievable. Well, it's going to be a first down because of the yardage gain, but then it's going to go back.
Well, you can't do that, and he knows that, and everybody knows that, but you just can't do it. And coach is talking to him. But I was watching the tackle over there. Perryton is standing up the Dumas runners and then tackling the ball, trying to rip it out of there, and that's where all these fumbles are coming from.
Well, it should be a first down, but the penalty is going to take it back to about where they started this drive.
Yep.
In fact, behind where they started the drive, back to the 39, but it will be a first down and 10 at that spot.
Well, coming in wide receiver for Dumas is going to be James Coley, number 12. He's on the outside.
2 receivers left and right. Escarcega is your running back in the pistol formation. Whoa,
They blew a whistle.
They blew a whistle, and the ball was snapped.
I don't think. Oh, now we get
motion. Dumas.
There was a whistle blown.
Well, who?
Well, one of the officials blew a whistle. It should have been an inadvertent whistle call.
How did you know the official blew the whistle?
I heard the whistle from up here.
The whistle came before the flag came out.
The whistle came before the ball was snapped, and then the ball was snapped. Ibanez looked up looking for the whistle because there was a whistle. I heard it. And so it's going to be 1st and 15. Wow.
Unbelievable.
All right, 2 receivers go to the right.
Perryton curse.
2 to the left. Escarcega is the pistol back. And this is going to be just a keeper for Ibanez. He's going to try to come around the right side. He'll get the 5 yards back plus 2 more. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
There's some strange things going on up here. It's not even Halloween yet.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, but
there was a whistle. I heard it.
Well, I'm going to go with you. I think you're probably right. 6:36 to go in this third period. Dumas and Perryton tied at 13 and all.
2nd down and 8. Dumas has the ball on their own 41-yard line. 2 receivers again, left and right. Escarcega is your pistol back behind Ibanez. Ibanez takes it, play action, throws it along the right, intended for Waddell, way over his head.
Yep.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
That's 2 passes that Ibanez had a man open and just overthrew him, threw it high. Not sure what's going on there. But as it is, 3rd down, the ball's on the 41-yard line of Dumas's. They need 7 for a first down.
Coley will be split out on the right side, 3 receivers on the left side. 3rd down and 8. Luis Escarcega is your pistol back behind Ibanez. Ball is on the Dumas 41-yard line. They need to get to the 49. Ibanez takes the snap, straight drop back, looking left all the way, throws it left and almost has it picked. He threw it behind the intended receiver, Jace Harris, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he threw into the defensive power over there, and it looked like it kind of looked at the receiver too long, allowed the defense to catch up, but really it was just a bad pass. Not sure what's going on with that because I hadn't seen that from him very much this year.
All right, Dumas set to punt the ball away with 6:04 left in the 3rd quarter. We're tied up at 13.
Ibanez is the punter.
And deep for Perryton. I can't quite make out the number, Zane.
Number 4.
All right. That's going to be Hernandez. It's going to be down the Dumas sideline. Take a Dumas bounce. Hernandez is going to pick it up at the 10, and then he's going to run out of bounds as he was looking right at Dumas's Cole Garcia.
And actually, that was number 14.
Okay.
So is that the quarterback?
That was Cervantes.
Yeah.
Well, he's an all-purpose player for him, that's for sure.
So Perryton will have their third possession at their own 24-yard line of this third quarter with 5:54 left in this third period of play.
Score's knotted 13-13, all even.
Cervantes will send 3 receivers off to the right. He'll have 1 receiver to the left. And then it's going to be Stetson Garcia is his running back. Cervantes is going to give it, hand it off to Garcia. Garcia has a big opening. Now he's going up the sideline. Emino Marquez is going to knock him out of bounds, but he will gain 27 yards into Dumas territory at the 48. So a big play from the Perryton offense.
Yeah, well, that time they've run that play time and time again, and that time he just broke through the gap, and nobody's there as a linebacker spot to tackle him.
3 receivers again to the right. Perryton, hurry up offense. They're going to do a quick pass out to the right, a bubble screen. Sabian Perry's there to make the tackle. And I'm not sure who made the grab, number 5, I believe. So that'll be Britt Blackshear.
Yeah.
Pickup of 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8.
Well, we don't want Perryton to get any momentum with this. So right now the defense for Dumas has played well. Just need to step up right here.
Second down and 8. 2 receivers left. 2 receivers right for Cervantes. He has a running back to his right. He's going to do a zone read. He's going to go straight through. He's going to be hit by, I believe, Arnaldo Hernandez.
He's going to gain 2, maybe 3 yards.
Bring up third down and 5.
Ball's on the Dumas 43-yard line. Big play right here, guys. Could be.
Huge play. The ball at the 43. Perryton needs to get to the Dumas 38. 3 receivers left. 1 to the right. Cervantes does a quick screen out here to the left. It's going to be caught, and then there's a smash collision, and I think it's going to be just short of the first down, depending on the mark. That was Eric Majaris on the reception, and he is going to have enough for a first down.
Yeah, they just threw it out here to the flats, and then they just needed, 5 yards to make a first down, and they did.
First and 10 at the 38. 2 receivers left and right for Cervantes. Play action. He's going to try to throw it out to the right side. Tanner Cohen there, and he's able to knock the ball down. And in the first half, guys, that was pass interference.
That's what I started
That's exactly the same thing he did in the first half.
That's exactly right, yeah.
I think if he'd had his eyes on that ball, he may have had a pick 6.
He could have cut that short, you bet.
Second down and 10. We're tied at 13. We have 4:12 left in the third period. 2 receivers left and 2 to the right for the Rangers. Cervantes back to pass, and he sets up in the pocket, throws it, and again intended for number 13, and that will be Leo Lopez and Emmanuel Ibanez defending on the play. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, I'm sure Perryton wanted to pass interference in, but again, that's just great defensive play over there by the Dumas corners over there.
Another big third down right here.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Demon defense.
Probably in 2-down territory, depending on what happens on this play.
3 receivers will venture off to the right, 1 to the left. Cervantes going to hand it off, and that's going to be either Garcia or Dominguez. It's going to be tackled by Caden Vinzer and Hector Pando, and that's going to be a gain of 2. It'll be 4th and 8.
Well, I'll be curious to see what Perryton does right here. The ball's on the 36-yard line of Dumas. 4th down and long, 7 or 8 yards to go on first down. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, they're going to send 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be 4th and 8. They need to get to the back.
False start.
Be a false start.
And there goes Cervantes rolling to the right, and now they do finally call it.
Oh, that was
a way delayed. That's a delayed false start penalty. That's going to make it 4th down and 13.
Yeah. Well, the wide receiver wanted to get a head start, but you can't do that.
Panda's going to come out, and coming in will be Pierce Powers.
Yeah.
Ball's going to go back to the 41 That looks like about a 3-yard penalty, I'm afraid. 4th down and 13.
I think they're going to punt it now, or at least go into that formation.
Yeah. Javier, Ledesma is their punter, but they send 2 guys back here. We'll see what happens. Deep is Parker Dunham.
You got to watch this.
And he's going to roll to the right, kick it rugby style back to the left, and Dunham is going to pick it up at the 5-yard line. He comes up the Dumas sideline. He's grabbed from behind. He'll be pushed out of bounds at around I see one referee at the 10, but I think he's going to be at about the 12.
I wish we had replay then, because I thought Dumas almost blocked that kick.
They did. They were real close back there.
I thought for a moment they may have. But as it is, Dumas now takes over. Ball game still tied, 13-13 to go, 3:18 to go in third period. Dumas takes over on their own 12-yard line.
I'm going to call it right here. Oliver Ortiz deep, 88-yard pass and catch.
I like that.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a handoff, though, to Lewis, and he gets huge yardage.
Golly.
Escarcega, he's going to be tackled by, the ball's going to be tackled by Dominguez.
Yeah.
So they're basically trying to hold the runner up and then have a second guy come in and try to strip the ball.
And that happens in football throughout, but they're really trying to make that happen here tonight.
It's 2nd down and 2, a pickup of 8 for Escarcega. The ball now at the 19. 2 receivers again to the right, 1 to the left, and it'll be Escarcega again. And this time he's going to be hit from behind the line of scrimmage, but carry the tackler forward. That'll be Shigoda.
Yeah.
And he will gain no yards. He'll get to the line of scrimmage, maybe yard. Brings up 3rd and short.
Well, Dumas needs 2 to make a first down. We'll take more than that if they want to do it.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We have Yahir Casherjon to block him back on the right side. And Dumas is going to come to the right. It's going to be it's going to be Luis Escarcega. He's going to have plenty for a first down. He'll go up the Dumas sideline and finally get knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Dumas right there.
Well, that's good blocking over here on this right side. Got guard tackle end over here to create that gap for him to make that critical first down.
Same formation. Dumas kind of hurry up, and now it's almost like a fake hand clap. And now they do the sod poodle and look over to the sideline. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass is Ibanez. He's going to throw it out here. Has a receiver open. It's going to be caught. And that will be Dumas's Edwin Granados. And he'll go forward for 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Well, that was kind of an odd defensive lineup right there for the Perryton Rangers. They didn't have anybody in that little gap that Dumas threw the ball into.
Same formation. Escarcega is your running back. 2nd down and call it 3. This time it's going to be Escarcega. He has a hole up the middle, and he's going to get into Perryton territory all the way down to the 46. Dumas will have 1st and 10 right there.
I think Escarcega delivered the punch on that play more than the tackler did.
He showed some moxie coming through there, a burst of speed.
Yes, he did.
And that kind of helped you to deliver that punch.
Yes, it is. He's 5'8" and 160 pounds, but he played like a 200-pounder.
2 receivers, this time to the right, 1 to the left. Casherjon blocking back on the left side. And they're going to hand it to Casherjon coming around the right side. He has a little room, and he's going to get down to the 39-yard line. He picks up about 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4. We have 1 minute left in this quarter. 13-13 is our score.
Well, Dumas just keeps moving down the field with a 5-yard gain or 3-yard gain, whatever it takes to make first downs and moving on down the field. Ball right now is on the Perryton's 46-yard line.
How about the 40-yard line?
Well, you're right, 40-yard line.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it'll be Escarcega again. Straight up the middle. He has a big hole. He's into the secondary. He's going to drag a would-be tackler all the way down to the 20-yard line. That'll be a 20-yard pickup for Luis Escarcega. What a run.
What a run, and he doesn't go down easily. I mean, it takes more than one guy to bring him down.
And kudos to the offensive line because they're creating some holes I think Zane could run through.
Yeah, well, it's that 3-down line is set up, and Dumas is blocking that very well right now.
These some massive holes.
2 receivers to the right. Casherjon blocking back on the left. Escarcega is still your running back. He's going to get the handoff, and he has another big hole up the middle. He'll get down to the 13-yard line, so he picks up another 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4, and that may do it for the third quarter, guys.
Did you notice him running then? He had both arms around that ball, holding on each end of it, and I think you're right.
All right, we've played 3. We're tied at 13. Nothing like we predicted, guys.
No way.
But let's come back for the fourth quarter. Maybe our prediction will come true, and we'll be back in a moment. It's fourth quarter time. We're tied at 13.
Springtime in the Panhandle means that occasional thunderstorm, and sometimes occasional thunderstorm means hail. If your car gets damaged by hail or anything else, there is no better place to take it than Dickey's Body Shop in Dumas. Chad Henry and his crew at Dickey's are ready to make sure that your car is restored to being just like new once again. Give them a call to schedule an appointment today at 806-935-6333. Dickey's Body Shop, 319 North Dumas Avenue in Dumas.
It is summertime and you are bound to be driving places. Whether you are headed into town for date night or headed out of town for a vacation, make sure your car is clean as a whistle with a trip to Jack's Car Wash. Jack's has 2 Dumas locations to serve you, with the south side location at 1124 South Dumas Avenue and the east side location at 915 East 1st Street. Don't be the guy or the girl with the dirty car. Get your ride nice and shiny with first-class service from the professionals. That's Jack's Car Wash in Dumas.
All right, it's fourth quarter time. We're at Ranger Stadium. The Dumas Demons and the Perryton Rangers all tied up at 13 apiece. Dumas has it 2nd down and about 2, maybe 3 yards on the Perryton 13-yard line. Dumas took over after a Perryton punt on their own 12, so they're trying to complete an 88-yard drive.
I would like to see that happen.
Emmanuel Ibanez will be your quarterback. He will send 2 receivers over to the right, and then Waddell is your lone receiver on the left. Same formation. Escarcega is your pistol back, and Castrijon is your blocking back, and they just give it to Escarcega. He plummets his way through the middle of the line. He'll get to the 9-yard line, and I think it's going to be 1st and goal, guys.
Could be, well, again, looking at that defensive lineup for Perryton, they've got wide gaps on their 3-down linemen. They're depending on the linebackers to make that tackle, and if they miss it, then Escarcega is going to score.
All right, same formation. Escarcega is your blocking back, and he takes it again. This time it goes off the right side. He's inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal at the 1.
When he got to about the 3-yard line and everything starts kind of look like a big a flag?
Yes, on the far side.
I see it on the 10-yard line.
Probably going to be a holding call. It's in that vicinity.
Could be. Yeah, something against Dumas.
All right, that's going to back it up. Instead of 2nd and goal on the 1, it's going to be 1st and goal. Probably back up to about the 19-yard line.
I think so. I mean, at least that's where the flag was laying down, which was the line of scrimmage.
And that was kind of the point of the attack of the running play.
Let's see where they...
Wow. Man, that's going to be back to the 21.
That's a 12-yard
12-yard penalty. Not understanding that one.
Can't have a 12-yard holding penalty.
They must have said it happened at the 11. So it's going to be 1st down and goal at the 21. 2 receivers to the right. One to the right, 2 to the left. And this time Ibanez is going to keep the ball on his own read. He's going to turn inside, and he will get hit from behind, but he'll get down to the 12-yard line. And Dumas will have 2nd and goal now at the 12, a pickup of 9.
That's a nice comeback after that penalty right there by Ibanez. The defense kind of had a hand on him. They're just reaching for him, but they never could get a hold of him until pursuit caught up with him.
2 receivers again off to the right, 2nd down and goal. Waddell, the lone receiver, on the left. Escarcega is the pistol back. Castrijon, a blocking back behind the left guard, left tackle. It's going to be Escarcega, big hole up the middle, and he's still on his feet. Scrum forms. He'll get down to the 4. It'll be 3rd down and goal from there.
I tell you what, he just doesn't go down very easy, and he runs hard. I noticed some of the Perryton defensive linemen are starting to get up a little bit slower than what they were earlier, so I don't know, maybe that two players on both sides of the ball is starting to pay off.
It's going to be 4th and goal. Dumas will send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Escarcega is your pistol back. Castrijon blocking back on the left side. And it'll be Escarcega, and he's going to be in for the score. Touchdown for the Dumas Demons.
That was a nice drive. It started on the 12-yard line, and what was that, 88 yards?
88 yards.
I like that, and it was all on the ground, wasn't it? Did we have a pass play on that?
I'm not sure if we'll have to ask Zane, but I will tell you this extra point is brought to you by Panhandle Collision. They're at 700 South Porter in Dumas. Parker Dunham will hold. Kicking will be Victor Morales. Ball is down. The kick's on the way, and that kick is good. And the Demons have their first lead of the night at 20-13. So we'll take a break. We'll come back for the Dumas Demon kickoff. Demons on top, 20-13.
Whether you're thinking about moving your family or your company, Dumas extends a Texas-sized welcome and full community services to make your relocation a success. The Dumas Economic Development Corporation is here to support and help however we can. Our schools, our mild climate, our excellent transportation, our growing economy, and our proximity to a major metropolitan area all combine to make Dumas a great place to visit, a great place to work, and a great place to live. The DEDC is located at 900 North Dumas Avenue, or you can call 934-3332.
All right, following a Perryton punt, Dumas goes 88 yards. We have the quarter change, and with 10:13 left in the football game, the Dumas Demons now lead 20-13. It was Escarcega on a 4-yard run.
Yeah, it was a drive dominated by him.
All the way.
Took over.
All right, this Dumas Demon kickoff is brought to you by Goodwin Heating and Air Conditioning. Give them a call for all of your home climate needs. This time, Morales kicking back into the wind. Let's see what happens here. And he's going to kick it high and deep. Perryton's going to pick it up at the 5. They're going to run up their sideline, and whoever it is meets a Dumas Demon at the 20. And he's probably wishing he may have let it go. That's Aurelio Madrano, I think. No.
James Coley.
James Coley. Number 15?
15 is Johnny Marquez.
It was Johnny Marquez on the spot. Would you call him Johnny on the spot?
Absolutely. I like that. Yeah.
And they may be, are they marking something off?
I don't guess.
No, they're putting it at the 21.
Well, let's see if the defense can maybe get a turnover, go ahead and score again, get a little space here.
How about a pick six?
Yeah.
Dumas showing blitz. Cervantes is going to throw it out to the left side. Quick bubble screen. Oh, and the breaks a tackle. Now Perryton's going up the sideline and will be caught from behind. And I think that's Caden Vinzer who catches him behind. But Perryton gets the ball out in Dumas territory at the 46-yard line. So big gain on that quick bubble screen.
Yeah, got over on the sideline, just started down that sideline in front of his bench. And I don't know why we didn't get a tackle on him, but had a hand of him, just didn't get him down.
Cervantes will have Dominguez standing to his left and 2 receivers off to the left. He's going to give it to Dominguez, trying to go up the middle. Dominguez is going to get hit and then driven into the ground. Caden Vinzer finishes him off. Aurelio Madrano is there to start things, along with Angel Quiros. It'll be second down and about 8.
Maybe gave him a 2-yard gain right there, but Aurelio Madrano made the first stop.
3 receivers off to the left. Cervantes does a quick bubble screen again out to the left, almost the same play.
It is the same play.
And someone gets drilled from Dumas and pushed backwards.
Yeah, that was a number 32 for Perryton, Dustin Sandoval. He's a 190-pound wide receiver, and he was pushing the defensive guy out of the play.
Well, that's going to be a first down for Perryton at their Dumas 35-yard line. 3 receivers again to the left, and now they're going to go to the right with a handoff behind the right guard, right tackle, and that'll be Dominguez. He's going to be tackled by Jaden Tovar along with Angel Quiros.
Sabian Perry was in there as well. I think number 31.
Quiros.
I'm sorry, you're right.
So it'll be second down and 10. Perryton again, 3 receivers over to the left. And this time they're going to put Dominguez over here on the right. And now there's a timeout by Dumas. Dumas was probably anticipating something they hadn't seen. So we'll take the timeout as well. Dumas leads 20-13, but Perryton has the ball on the Demon 35-yard line, 2nd down and 10. We'll be back.
Your good neighbors at State Farm Insurance, Brett Stiegel agent, 610 East 1st Street in Dumas, wish the Dumas Demons the very best this season. We're proud of all of our area athletes and our wonderful school systems. We wish them success in all of their endeavors on and off the field. Remember State Farm Insurance agent Brett Stiegel for all of your insurance needs. Give him a call today at 806-935-9191. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Go Demons and fear the fort.
All right, it is 2nd down and 10 for the Perryton Rangers. Dumas uses their first time out. We have 8:55 left in the football game. Dumas leads 20-13, and this is what this rivalry's been about for 83 football games.
Yeah.
And we're at that 7-point difference right now.
Well, Perryton's taken this punt and a kickoff and moved down on 2 big plays along the sidelines over there.
Perryton will again send 3 receivers over to the left. Cervantes is the quarterback. Dominguez is standing to his left. Dumas showing blitz on the far side. They do that bubble screen again, and this time Dumas defends it a little better. Getting out there on the tackle is Aurelio Madrana.
Yeah.
And but it still picks up about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Well, we had one of our corners really break through and cause the quarterback to get rid of the ball. But, Dumas defended that one much, much better.
Perryton backs have gone over to the
sideline.
Now they're back. 19 seconds on the play clock. 3rd down and 8. 3 receivers to the left. Now they're going to send Dominguez rolling out here to the right, but they're going to give it to Stetson Garcia. And he's going to pick up about 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and 5. And I'm not sure who made a form tackle and drove him back, but I think it was Angel Quiros.
Well, I think the Perryton was trying to influence the defense because they put Dominguez coming out wide, and I think they wanted Dumas' defense to shift. And that time they didn't and was able to stop him for a short gain.
It's going to be 4th down and 3. Perryton standing at the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for it.
Sure.
Yeah, 7:40 left in the football game. Dumas on top. Perryton now is going to call a timeout. And so we'll take that timeout as well. We'll come back for this all-important 4th down play. Dumas leads 20-13.
The world depends on farmers, but who can farmers depend on? At Corteva AgriScience, teams are dedicated to serving farmers year-round. Pioneer Hybrid, an American seed brand since 1926, has proudly partnered with H&C Seeds for over 30 years. H&C Seeds have a proven track record of consistent placement of high-yielding corn hybrids, as well as Phytogen cottonseed varieties that match your management style for maximizing yields. Whether it's Pioneer Hybrid corn seed or Phytogen cottonseed, see H&C Seeds for the best fit on your farm. Good luck, Dumas and Sunray athletes.
All right, we're back. It's 4th down for the Perryton Rangers. They have the ball on the Dumas 26-yard line, and they need to get about 3 yards to the 24. It's showing the 28-yard line. They need to get to the 25. That's what it's showing on the scoreboard. Perryton used their timeout. They'll send a receiver over here to the right, and then 2 tight ends in the formation. Cervantes, shotgun set. They may be trying to draw Dumas off. Now he takes it. He's going to roll to the right. They're going to try to throw back. Now he goes back to the left. Dumas trying to get him. And Chovar chases him down, pushes him out of bounds, way back at the 39-yard line. The Dumas defense, big stance. And how about Jaden Tovar?
Yeah. I didn't look downfield to see what was happening, but apparently wasn't anybody open because...
Did they throw a flag?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking at. But Tovar was holding the runner up over there on the sidelines.
Maybe it was man downfield by how long that play took to develop. Yeah,
whatever it was, they called it incomplete.
Well, it was on. I think that's what it was illegal man downfield.
Okay.
Why are they putting the ball back at the 28?
Well, that's where the play started.
He didn't throw the ball, did he?
No, I don't think so. And he got run out of bounds over there on.
That was 4th down. That is whoa.
Wait a minute now.
Wait a minute. Yeah. He didn't throw the ball.
Dumas has their offense out there.
Yeah, but the ball should be way back here at the 39-yard line.
Yeah,
that's where he got chased out of bounds.
That's what they're saying. The referee's trying to move him up there.
Well, I hope so.
He lost 10 yards on the.
Come on, ref. You
Should be at the 39-yard line.
Because he didn't throw it, and then the runner got pushed out of bounds over here on the 39-yard line. They're going to get it started right here.
It is.
All right, we have 7:32 left in the football game. Dumas has 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line. Emmanuel Ibanez will send one receiver off to the right, 2 to the left. And now he's going to send Escarcega or put him in a blocking back formation on the right. But they're going to hand it to Escarcega coming back to the left. He's going to cut inside. He has a couple of lead blockers out in front of him. And he will get to the 41, so he'll pick up about 2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
Just never could find a gap to run through and turn upfield then. And Perryton played it well by extending it out. But 2-yard gain is better than no gain.
It'll be Oliver Ortiz. And another one split out to the right. I can't see.
It's Jace Harris.
And then Waddell split out to the left. And it's going to be a handoff straight up the middle. There goes Escarcega. And he's going to run into Perryton's Sammy Perez. But he will gain another 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Well, Dumas right now just wants to march down the field, take time off the clock, and go in and score another touchdown. So we need this 3rd down and 5 to go right here to keep the march going.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. I thought maybe it was 3rd and 4, but 3rd and 5. Dumas will send 2 receivers to the right. That's Jace Harris, Oliver Ortiz. Waddell, the lone receiver on the left. Escarcega is your pistol back. And this time it's going to be Castrijan. He was in a blocking back formation. He took kind of a sweep trying to get around the left side, but he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring a 4th down. Dumas has the ball on their own 40-yard line, set to kick the ball away.
Yeah, Daniel Sandoval, he's a senior, 190-pounder. He read that play very well and defended it well and pulled him down.
Cervantes, the quarterback, is your return man, and Ibanez, your quarterback, is your punter.
Well, illegal substitution.
The referee's not even going to take an explanation. The side judge is running out there. Goodness.
Wow.
I think what Coach Dunham is saying, we never broke the huddle because we never had one. So you can't.
Well.
All right, 4th down and 11. Snap is good. Oh, Ibanez gets a great kick into the wind. Now it's going to be a floater. Take a good bounce. Cervantes is going to let it bounce. Dumas will down it at the 20-yard line. With 5:35 left, Perryton have it on their own 20-yard line.
Well, Dumas going to turn it over to the defensive side of the ball right now, and Perryton wants to kind of go down and score and get a chance to even it up. But right now the ball game is in the hands of the defense for Dumas Demons right now.
They're going to put it at the 21-yard line. And Dumas will be set there. Perryton will have Cervantes as the quarterback. They're going to start with one receiver over to the left and then 2 tight ends in the formation.
Everybody bunched up tight.
Dominguez is to the left of Cervantes. Cervantes is going to take it, hand it off to Dominguez. Now there's a flag on the play, and that could be either offsides or it's going to be a motion call.
The side judge on this side called it. I don't know what it's going to be.
Saying offside.
Offside Dumas.
It is, isn't it? So it'll be 1st down and 5. The ball goes forward to the 26.
Well, don't know who was offsides.
Must have been someone lined up offsides.
Yeah, had to be, because as soon as the ball was snapped, he threw the flag.
Perryton, same formation. They're going to have a receiver off to the left. And now it looks like they may even bring another receiver off to the right. That'll be a Sparks. No, he's going to be a tight end. And Cervantes is going to take the snap, hand it off to Garcia. They're trying to get up the middle. They're going to get a first down because they're going to get to the 31. That does pick up about 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 10. The clock at 5:15 and moving.
Well, that time Aurelio Madrana knew the play was going to come to him and ducked down, tried to get the runner on the ground. He really wanted to initiate the first contact.
3 receivers come out to the right. This is where they've been doing the bubble screen on the far side.
Yeah.
Cervantes is your quarterback, and then to the right of him to the left of him is Dominguez. He's going to take it. He's going to go left. It's the quarterback keeper trying to get around the corner, and he will go forward for about
that's 74
5 yards.
Was trying to roll up.
Yeah, someone got hit way late, but I didn't see anything come out.
I saw the flag, number 74 for Perryton was rolling up at one of the Dumas guys after the play was already over. So number 74 for Perryton, he's McGuano, he's 220 pounds. They're talking about it, but it was obvious the play was over and he was still rolling him up on the ground.
Dead ball, personal foul, Perryton. Dead ball, personal foul on Dumas. Unfreaking believable.
Well, all you can do is laugh, guys, because if you do anything else, you just get frustrated.
I mean, Dumas is on the bottom of the pile. How could he be I don't know. Yeah, come on, ref. Come over and talk to Coach Dunham.
All I ask is that they be consistent, and there's no consistency in what we're seeing here tonight.
No, that is exactly true.
So it's going to be 1st down. It should be 2nd down. Right? Should be 2nd down and 4.
That's what the scoreboard says.
They can't be 1st down because the penalties are negated. There it is, 2nd down. One receiver comes out to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Cervantes, and Coach Dunham's going to call a timeout.
I think somebody wasn't in place.
Well, they made a substitution, but I think they made a substitution on the wrong
side.
Defender.
All right, well, let's take a timeout. Dumas leads 20-13, and we have 4:52 left in the football game. Perryton has 2nd and 4. We'll be back.
Back in 1947, just 2 years after the end of World War II, Woody's Furniture opened its doors. That's 75 years we've been a part of this community. So whether you need new furniture, new floors, or new appliances, from names you know and trust Woody's to take care of your family. At Woody's, you can get what you want today, with a variety of credit options as well. Come see us and see why Woody's Furniture has been the home of greater value since 1947. Woody's Furniture, 715 Bliss, on the east side of the square.
All right, it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Dumas just used their 2nd timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. Perryton still has 2 timeouts. We have 4:52 left in the ball game. The Demons lead 20-13. Perryton led at halftime, 13-7. And we'll see what the defense can do here. I don't think Coach liked what the personnel he had in there.
No.
All right, 3 receivers will come out to the right, and then Cervantes will have Dominguez on his left. Now he's going to send Dominguez in motion to the left side. They're going to hand off to Stetson Garcia, and he's going to go forward for about 8 yards to the 46, maybe the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. They're going to put it at the 46.
Well, that's just a quick hitter right off that left tackle over there and made the 1st down.
All right, 3 receivers again come out to the right side. 1st and 10 for the Rangers at their own 46. Cervantes is going to take it to a quarterback keeper to the left. He has an opening. He's going to go the distance, and he's going to score. Perryton will have a chance to tie things up with 4:26 left in the football game.
Well, they may go for 2 and try to win, but they just kept pounding that side over there, and that time they just overpowered Dumas' defense and went what was that, 60 yards? Or
about 54 yards.
54 yards. Let's see what they do. Are they going?
I think they're going to go for 2.
All right, the extra point's going to be brought to you by Panhandle Collision. Give them a call at 806-935-9226. Perryton's going to go for 2. They're going to try to take a 1-point lead. They'll have 2 receivers to the right, or to the left, 1 to the right. Here comes a man in motion. Cervantes is going to roll, then try to do a throwback, and throws it in, knocked away. And on the call, the knock away is number 22, I believe.
Israel Leal.
Way to go, Israel Leal. And so Dumas will have a 1-point lead, 20-19 with 4:21 left. I do anticipate an onside kick, and so we're going to take a timeout, and we'll come back and see if that's true. Dumas on top by a point, 20-19.
It's prime time. Time to call Prime Components in Dumas for all your metal building needs. What makes Prime Components different? They manufacture their own sheet metal and trim that makes for a faster turnaround time. Prime's experienced sales and service staff have a complete knowledge of the business so they can help you determine which quality Prime product is right for your needs. Visit their website at primebldg.com or call 806-935-0141. Prime Components on the south side of Dumas on U.S. Highway 287. It's prime time.
We are back. Perryton goes 80 yards. They score on a 54-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, Cervantes. They go for 2, and Dumas able to knock the ball away. And so Dumas will lead by 1. And we anticipate maybe an onside kick.
Well, 4:21 to go in the ball game, and Dumas has the 1-point lead, 20-19, receiving the kickoff.
I'm surprised Dumas doesn't have a few more men up here.
Yeah, then the hands team, as they call it.
Yeah.
I would be ready for it if I was in.
I would too. The kicker for Perryton is Javier Ledesma, and he just kicks a high ball into the air. It's going to be fair caught by Dumas at the 36-yard line, and that's where Dumas will have it.
Waddell was the one that had the fair catch on that. Very aware of what he needed to do.
Now 1 first down, and you could probably say Dumas is going to walk away with another 1-point victory out of Perryton. Would be the 7th 1-point victory if they get it.
Perryton's got 2 timeouts left, and Dumas has 1.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Banez will have a blocking back on the right. He's going to take it, going to hand it off to Escarcega. Escarcega is going to be brought down after a pickup of 3 yards. He'll get it out to the 37. Should bring up about a 2nd down and 7, maybe 8.
All I can tell Dumas is that make sure you wrap up the ball with both hands and don't try to make extra yards once the scrum gets to you.
Well, now if you can be deceptive with that play action, this is where you can gain yards because Perryton's going to stack guys in the box for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oliver Ortiz to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Castrojean blocking back on the left, and it's going to be, again, Escarcega. Now he's going to break out to the right side, cut back inside, and he's going to get a first down back to the Dumas 49-yard line. It'll be first down and 10.
Well, that time he just outran the defense, and I don't like that. He can grab a hold of his knee.
All right, well, we'll take a timeout. There is an injured player, and when we come back, we'll have first down and 10 for the Demons.
Hi, I'm Quita Jones, pastor at First United Methodist Church in Dumas. Our church supports our demons and demonettes. And as we do, we invite you to participate in our ministry. Sunday mornings for worship at 10 a.m. in our sanctuary and on Facebook Live at FUMC of Dumas. Please come and experience new life in Jesus with us at First United Methodist Church.
All right, it's first and 10 for the Demons. Escarcega goes off on his own. 2 receivers go to the left, 1 to the right, and Gonzalez is in at the running back position. He's going to be fake handoff, and it's going to be Emmanuel Ibanez down the Dumas sideline at the 20, at the 10. He's in for the score from 51 yards. Touchdown, Dumas Demons.
At 3:12 to go in the ball game.
There's a penalty on the 30-yard line.
You got to be kidding me, guys.
I am not.
Come on.
And it's the same Mr. Referee on the Perryton sideline who threw the flag.
Block in the back on Perryton.
How can you block in the back on defense?
That's called a personal foul.
All right, this extra point. The touchdown's going to stand. The extra point brought to you by Panhandle Collision. If you have hail damage, give them a call for your paintless dent repair. Victor Morales set to put the ball through the uprights. Dumas trying to make it an 8-point game. Oh, bobbled snap. Parker Dunham picks it up. Now he's going to roll to the right, and he's going to left. He's going to get thrown down. They're going to rip his helmet off. Now, do they get to do that over if there's a personal foul on that or a penalty?
I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, that was a face mask. That's a face mask, guys. He grabbed this face mask and ripped it off.
We'll see if they call it post play or if it was a part of the.
Otherwise, Dumas will have a 7-point lead. Let's see what happens.
Face mask.
They get to retry.
Oh, that's what he just said. Redo the.
Yeah.
Well, that was massive.
Well, a lot of confusion out there right now. Dumas, the offense wants to go back out there, but
it'll be half the distance to the goal, right? So it should be at about the 1.5-yard line. So they may flip the offense back in and go for 2.
Yeah.
But I see Dunham coming in and Morales as well.
Yep.
The snapper is Aurelio Madrana. Parker Dunham will hold. Dumas trying to make it an 8-point game. They lead 26-19, 3:12 left. Kind of a high snap. They get the ball down. Kick on the way, and it is good. 3:12 left in this football game, and the Dumas Demons lead by 8 at 27-19. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back for the Dumas Demon kickoff. Stay right here. Demons on top.
Since 1951, Roxon's and Sunray has been a proud sponsor of area athletics. Uncle Bobby and his family understand the value of teamwork and determination and wish the best for all of our student athletes this year. We invite you to come in and take a look at our great selection of furniture, appliances, electronics, and carpet. Come see us today at Broxton's, 315 Main in Sunray, where it pleases us to please you.
Beeson Morrison Funeral Directors maintains the tradition and the heritage that was started in 1943. We pride ourselves on our service and our dedication to the Dumas, Stratford, and Sunray, Texas communities and the families we serve. We're proud to be Dumas's only locally owned funeral home. We're not just your funeral directors, we're your friends and neighbors and proud supporters of the Dumas Demons, Demonettes, Sunray Bobcats, and Lady Cats.
This kickoff brought to you by Goodwin Heating and Air Conditioning. They are your Lennox dealer here in Dumas. And Morales set to kick off, and he boots it deep. It'll be taken by Perryton at about the 12. They're going to go left side up to the sideline, and they will be tackled at the 34-yard line. And I believe it was that Aurelio Madrano on the tackle?
Parker
Dunham on the tackle. Perryton will have it there at the 35-yard line, we'll call it. Dumas has an 8-point lead at 27-19 with 3:08 left in this football game.
Well, Perryton has 2 timeouts left. They're down 19-27 and 3:08 to go in the ball game. It's in the hands of the Dumas defense right now.
3 receivers on the left side. Cervantes will have Dominguez to his right. Now he's going to send a man in motion, then hand it to Dominguez. Now Dominguez is going to break out toward the Demons sideline. He's going to put a stiff arm on Parker Dunham, but Dunham able to chase him out of bounds. But he'll get yards all the way down to the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Perryton at the Dumas 42.
Well, that time Parker Dunham was just trying to make sure that he's the only one over there that's going to make the tackle. He's wanting to make sure that he didn't miss on that tackle.
Three receivers again to the right. Cervantes takes the snap. He's going to go left. This is the play they scored on a moment ago.
Yeah.
Dunham's going to chase him down again, but he's going to get past Dunham and then get out of bounds. But two big plays for Perryton, and they are deep in Dumas territory with 2:53 left in the football game.
Well, most of the Perryton offense has come on the outside edge. The quarterback around or the running back around the edge. The edge is where they're winning the line of scrimmage.
All right, we got a timeout on the field. I think Perryton just used Dumas used a timeout. Perryton has it 1st and 10 on the Dumas 22. We'll be back.
In Dumas and Delhart, Wesco Rental is a hometown company you can call for high-quality rental equipment and tools for nearly any project, professional or home. And also pick up everything you need to celebrate. Try our popcorn machine to give your parties that extra pop, or sweeten the day with our cotton candy machine. With bouncers, snow cone machines, and a margarita machine, Wesco Rental will make it an event to remember. Give us a call at 935-7185 or come by 234 West 1st and let us make your perfect party a snap.
All right, 27-19, the Demons lead by 8, but Perryton on the move. They took the kickoff at the 35, and now they are at the Dumas 22. Dumas uses their last time out, and we have 2:53 left in the game. Perryton will come with three receivers to the right. Cervantes is the quarterback, and now they're going to send a man, that's Garcia, and there they go. They're all going left, and this time there should be a holding penalty on Dominguez.
Yeah, I think they threw it.
Because Dominguez just grabbed either our linebacker. I think he grabbed Sabian Perry out there.
Oh, they called it on us.
What'd they call?
I don't know.
Something out of bounds over there, maybe?
No, the penalty was way early.
Marked it off. I think maybe he signaled it wrong. I thought he said chop block.
Well, we can't chop block. Oh, yeah, we can. I forget that we can. If you have a defender come in against an offensive lineman.
They're going to mark it off against
a 5-yard penalty. It had to be some kind of offside. Wow.
Well, that time Perryton loaded right and went left.
All right, it's 1st down and 5 now. The ball down to the 17-yard line. Perryton again, three receivers to the right, and this time two to the left. Empty backfield for Cervantes. He's just going to take it and go up the middle. Oh, he's form tackled. Sabian Perry says the ball's on the ground. Oh, they'll call that down. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, he's already calling it down.
Referee's already calling it down.
Now, how could that be?
Well, he was not down when the ball came out. If they call it, they would say it stopped his forward progress. But the ball came out before he hit the ground.
That's because of the form tackle right there by, was it Sabian Perry?
It was him or Angel Quiros. I really couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be 2nd down and 5, and the clock is moving. 2:16 left in the game. Three receivers to the left. Cervantes has his running backs to the left. Now they're going to do a quick bubble screen out to the left. Dumas defense defends that well, and that's going to be maybe a pickup of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Well, that's just kind of like a long handoff over there to that bubble screen over there. Clock is ticking down, 1:48 to go in the ball game.
Three receivers come over to the right. It's going to be 3rd down and about a yard.
Watch the left side over there.
Cervantes has three receivers on the right again. He takes it. There he goes. He's going left, and he's going to get a 1st down and then get moved out of bounds.
And they're going to call.
They're going to call out of bounds.
Well, that's the first time they've called that tonight on either side, and there's been much of that going on. So.
Well, it looked like they tackled him and just drove him out of bounds.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that play.
He was just finishing the play. You know, if they wanted to call both ways, 61 blocked all the way out of bounds as well.
Yeah. Well, again, once you make contact and a tackle and you end up out of bounds, that's not hit a late out of bounds. That's just you drive the play.
Well, that's going to make it 1st and goal for the Rangers.
Here's 53 over
Yeah,
here.
Arnaldo Hernandez comes out. Pierce Powers goes in. They're going to put the ball at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal there with 1:32 left in the football game. Dumas up by 8 at 27-19. Again, the three receivers to the right. None to the left. Cervantes takes it. This time they're going to try to go up the middle, and they'll get a couple of yards. And I don't know if that was Medrano or Kuros on the tackle, but those middle linebackers stayed at home. 3-yard gain, 2nd and goal.
And the ball is on the 3-yard line. 2nd down.
We're almost a minute 12 left in the game. 3 receivers again to the right. And Cervantes takes it. He's going to the left. And here comes a blitzer, and he's going to get around the blitz and then get shoved.
Oh, no way! What they call a penalty?
Now there's a late flag coming up, but I'm telling you guys,
he was out of bounds.
That's reminiscent of Canyon's fake catch last year.
Oh,
you just got to laugh about it, because if you don't, it'll just get too frustrating.
I'm at loss for words, to be honest with you.
And what was the late penalty coming in?
The only thing I can think of is celebration, maybe, but I'm sure they'll find some way to call it against us. Dead ball, personal foul on Perryton. That, which makes that big, because that's going to be on the try to tie the game.
Okay.
Well, again.
Well, that's going to make the score 27-25. 3-yard run by Cervantes.
So they consider that a touchdown over there on that corner.
I'm going to be anxious to see that tomorrow on the review to see. It's hard to see up here.
Yeah.
All right, Perryton's going to call a timeout, so they should have one. Did they call timeout, Zane? On the try?
Looks like it. Yes.
Yeah, they did. All right, so we'll take it as well. Dumas leads 27-25. Perryton has a chance to go for 2 and to tie things up. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The golden rule is no inconsequential thing. At Happy State Bank, it's the very thing that drives everything we do, which might explain why we've been around since 1908 and why at nearly 60 locations across the great state of Texas, we're treating our customers the way we'd want to be treated, like family. And if you ask us, or any of our customers for that matter, that's worth more than its weight in gold. To learn more about joining our happy family, visit happybank.com, member FDIC. Happy State Bank, always bank on the bright side.
All right, Perryton goes 65 yards, and they score on a 4-yard run by their quarterback, Cervantes, and now they're going to go for 2, but because of a penalty, they will have to try from the 17-yard line. So here's the try. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right for the Rangers. Cervantes will have Dominguez standing to his left. Cervantes back to pass. He's looking left. He has a lot of time. Now he's going to go throw it way past everybody. And
that's out of bounds.
Yeah, that's what he said. The referee's right. He's calling it way out of bounds. There's no way. So the try is no good. Did they throw a flag?
Yeah, he threw a flag, but one of the refs
waved it off.
Yeah.
The back end zone ref called a flag, and then the side judge over there waved it off.
Yeah, when you're 2 yards past the end line, there's no pass interference.
Yeah.
All right. Dumas leads 27-25 with 56 seconds left in the game. We'll come back for the Perryton, what we believe will be an onside kick. So stay tuned for that. Dumas Demons lead by 2.
Bartlett's Lumber and Hardware here in Dumas has everything you will need to start and complete any project. If you need lumber, glass, roofing, paint, hardware, or plumbing supplies, come to Bartlett's and allow one of our knowledgeable salespersons to help you. For great prices and excellent customer service, remember Bartlett's Lumber and Hardware at 920 Dumas Avenue or call 935-8182.
All right, we are back. Perryton goes 65 yards. They score on a 4-yard run by their quarterback, Cervantes. The try for 2 is no good, so Dumas will lead 27-25. And we have just 56 seconds left, and we anticipate an onside kick. Dumas.
They've got their hands.
They've got everybody. They've kind of more over to the Dumas right side, which would be the Perryton's left side.
Yeah.
And so let's see what happens. All right. Ledesma is the kicker. And he does kick it. Boy, it takes a good bounce. Now it gets batted, but Dumas is there. Parker Dunham on the reception. Surely he was down back here, right?
He was. He caught it and went right to the ground. They're marking it back here. The official.
Are you sure,
Yes,
Zane?
on the
Have you been
47.
watching the same game we've been watching, by the way?
I've been watching it.
Okay. All right, Dumas will have it on their own 47-yard line. We look for the victory formation for Dumas. A hard-fought game here, much closer than any of us anticipated.
Well, exactly. But, you go back those 4 turnovers early, and it changed the whole dynamics of the game.
What are we doing?
Now what are we looking at?
These guys do not want to get off the field. It has been their show, so.
Yeah. The officials always say they don't want to be part of the game, but tonight they have been.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Dumas in the victory formation. Ibanez will be under center. Won't he? Yes, there he is. He takes it, and then he takes a knee. And Perryton will have a timeout. I'm not sure they'll use it. Dumas will have to do this one more time.
I don't see a timeout call just yet. Dumas going to win, looks like, 27-25. And as you just said, they're much closer than what we anticipated, but we're not surprised up here at Perryton.
All right, second time. This will be it, and there it is. And that'll be the ball game. Dumas Demons will win tonight, 27-25. And lucky to get out of Perryton with that victory. Dumas will go 2-1 on the season. Perryton will go to 1-2. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have a few highlights. We will name a player of the game, and we'll have some statistics. So stay tuned for all of that. This Dumas Demon football broadcast presented by the DEDC.
If you think Cultivate of Dumas is just all about plants and flowers, well, think again. While we do have a beautiful variety of flowers and plants, along with whatever your yard needs to stay green, weed-free, and growing strong all summer long, they also have clothing and accessories, gifts, and home goods. Pop in and see them today at 503 North Maddox, 935-2894. Cultivate of Dumas.
You've got to think Wink for AC repair or installation. Think Wink for AC with zero aggravation. Winkleman Heating and Air Conditioning.
Think Winkleman Heating and Air, 501 South Dumas Avenue for repair or replacement. 806-935-6327.
Think Wink.
287 Roadhouse at 1621 South Dumas Avenue, and Dumas offers the best steaks in the Panhandle, cooked the way you love them, along with fresh seafood. Plus, 287 Roadhouse will be streaming Dumas Demon football this season. Come in and check out our great menu today at the place to be. 287 Roadhouse, 1621 South Dumas Avenue, 806-935-0287.
At Jack Oldham Oil Incorporated, we are family owned and operated and have been serving the Dumas area for over 40 years, providing propane and oil services as well as aerial and ground rig spraying services. Your one stop for
of high quality, excellent service, and fast turnaround. From 1 t-shirt to 1,000, no order too big or too small. Designs and More is your headquarters for screen printing, digital printing, signs, banners, and decals. Designs and More can also help your organization with fundraising. For more information, call Designs and More at 935-7518 or stop in at 608 South Dumas Avenue.
We are back at Ranger Stadium. The Dumas Demons victorious tonight over the Perryton Rangers. The final score 27-25. Perryton got on the board first following a Dumas interception, a 4-yard run by their quarterback Cervantes, and they led 7-0. Dumas answered real quickly as they moved 75 yards in about 5.5 minutes, and it was a 1-yard run from Emmanuel Ibanez. And it's going to be, this time Ibanez does a zone read. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Dumas Demons. And Dumas then tied things up at 7 apiece. The rest of the half for Dumas was fumble. Perryton was able to get on the board one more time following a Dumas fumble. Perryton went 29 yards, and it was a 19-yard pass and catch from Cervantes to Shigoda. And so the halftime score was 7-13. Perryton led. As we moved into the second half, the first part of the second half was all Dumas. Dumas defense held Perryton 3 and out, and they've got a short punt. Dumas went 37 yards, and it was an 8-yard run by
21.
Y'all hear Castrajon. Here comes a man in motion back to the right. It's going to be just a quick handoff to Castrajon. He makes a move. He's in for the score.
Fumble.
He was in for the score. They said the fumble came afterwards, which fortunately for Dumas. Dumas then missed the extra point. That made it 13-13. Perryton went 3 and out again. Dumas was on the march again, but then they had a penalty which set them back. They ended up punting the ball away to Perryton. On Perryton's third possession, one more time they went 3 and out. And that's when Dumas took over on their own 12-yard line with 3:18 left in the third quarter. And after a 5-minute drive, which was mainly Luis Escarcega, it was Escarcega who was able to go in for the score. John blocking back on the left side. And it'll be Escarcega, and he's going to be in for the score. Touchdown for the Dumas Demons. And the extra point was good, and for the first time, Dumas led tonight at 20-13. Perryton took over with 10:07 left, and they were able to go 69 yards, and they scored on a run by Cervantes, and that made the score 20-19. Perryton then, with 7:32 left in the football game, decided to go for 2, and Dumas was Johnny on the spot on preventing the 2-point conversion. Cervantes is going to roll, then try to do a throwback, and throws it in, knocked away! And it was knocked away by Dumas to prevent the 2-point conversion. Dumas was able to score again with 3:08 left in the football game. It was a 51-yard run by Emmanuel Ibanez. He was able to go the distance, and Dumas then made the extra point. That made it an 8-point game, 27-19. The Rangers took over one final time with 3:08 left in the football game. They went 65 yards. It was a 3-yard touchdown run by quarterback Cervantes. Once again, they went for 2, but because of a penalty after the touchdown, they had to do it from 17 yards out or 18 yards out, and the conversion fell short, and that's where we were, 27-25. Perryton tried an onside kick, but Dumas was there on the recovery and was able to go to the victory formation. So Dumas will take this win 27-25 against the Perryton Rangers. Zane, what do you have for stats?
Well, Dumas was able to gain 380 yards total offense. Perryton had a great second half. They'll finish the game with 299 total offense. Dumas runs 62 plays. Perryton runs 58. So we almost had 120 plays of offense in the game tonight. Dumas averages 6.1 per snap. Perryton 5.2. But it was all on the ground for both teams. Dumas with 323 on the ground. Perryton with 210 on the ground. Dumas rushes 323 on 49 carries. That's 6.6. Perryton was 39 carries for 210. That's 5.4. Penalties, Dumas 10 for 80. Perryton only 3 for 26. And then the turnovers, 4 for Dumas, none for Perryton. That's what kept the game close. Individually for for Dumas. Emmanuel Banez, 11 carries, 112 yards. Of course, 51 of that on the big game-sealing touchdown toward the end. So he'll average 10.2 per carry with 2 touchdowns. Luis Escarcega also 105 yards on 16 carries. He averaged 6.6 per carry with a touchdown. And then Yair Castrojohn had 14 carries for 69 yards, 4.9 yards per carry, and also a touchdown. So they hold all the Perryton running backs and quarterback all under 100 yards, but they had 3 of them that had at least about 60 yards. So, that was it's just what it was. It was one of those dirt throwing matches tonight. Battle on the ground. I had the leading tackler as Aurelio Medrano. If you'll kind of think back through the game, he was just all over the place, making huge plays on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I would kind of sum this game up in turnovers and penalties.
Yep.
And that's kind of slowed down the whole game for the Dumas Demons, and that's hard to overcome, but that's the way I'd describe what the game was.
Man.
Yeah, the first half was turnovers, and the second half, some penalties were called, and we bragged before the beginning of the game that Dumas had not had many penalties.
Yeah, that's right.
And Dumas had not had many turnovers, and now their average is going to be a little stronger or a little more after tonight's game.
Yeah, we caught up on penalties and turnovers, and we don't need any more of that. So a win is a win.
That's
though.
right. And I think a takeaway from tonight is in the face of nothing going right,
yeah,
you still come out, I feel like, looking pretty dominant and getting a nice win.
Well, the only thing that kind of would worry me about the Dumas defense was how well Perryton was able to have success around the edges. They didn't make much of anything up the middle, but around the edges, they had some success. So that might be something that the coach would want to talk to them about.
All right, well, let's take a break. When we come back, we will name our player of the game, so stay tuned for that. This is the post-game show. We'll be back for our player of the game, brought to you by Whip Motors.
The player of the game is brought to you by Whip Motors Incorporated, 400 North Dumas Avenue, 806-935-5607. At Whip Motors, 400 North Dumas Avenue in Dumas, we strive to maintain the highest levels of integrity and professionalism in every area of our used cars for sale business, which is our customers' right to expect and our privilege to provide. We offer an extensive inventory of used cars, trucks, and SUVs available for sale at competitive prices. You don't have to take our word for it. We let our sales, service, and parts speak for themselves. Whip Motors, 400 North Dumas Avenue, 806-935-5607.
All right, and our player of the game today is going to be the offensive line. They opened up holes for Escarcega. They opened up holes for Nathan Gonzalez. They opened up holes for Emmanuel Abanez and Yair Castrojohn. So the offensive line tonight, for the most part, was Dalton Levin, Keegan Ireland, Rodrigo Martinez, Hector Pando, and Thunder Mayo. So congratulations to the offensive line. They are our player of the game.
Well, the running backs and all the skill guys, as they're called, they can't do much if that offensive line doesn't do their work, and tonight they did their work.
Well, here's some scores from around the area, and then we'll wrap things up. Okay, Zane's out of here, so I'll give you these scores, and then Dennis and I will wrap things up. Wichita Falls Hershey beat Springtown 50-27. Randall, they don't have the right score here, but I noticed a moment ago they were all over Snyder. They won big. Stephenville defeated Decatur 35-7. Andrews beat Midland Greenwood 26-9. Sunray, big win tonight, 35-0, or they are leading 35-0, still in the third quarter according to what I'm looking at. Canyon defeats Canyon West Plains 27-6. Shallowater all over Hereford in the second half. They lead 55-18. Wichita Falls over Plainview 33-18. Plainview is next week's opponent. I was rooting for the Boys Ranch Rough Riders today to try to start off 3-0. but they get beat by the Stinnett West Texas Comanches 18-6. Stratford all over Groover 60-0. And then Brownwood has come back to lead over Burnett 26-14. And there's still about 10 minutes left in that football game. So, Dennis, how do we wrap things up here tonight as we leave here with a victory and then get ready for a homecoming game against Plainview next week?
I guess what I'd say, Darrell, is that there's no such thing as an ugly win. And tonight it was a little bit of a struggle because of our turnovers and penalties and all that. It wasn't just real clean. But, hey, Dumas is 2-1 now, and they won a key game. And so just be happy that you win, because that's what you go out there and try to do. So, yeah, it was a good win for the Dumas Demons. However, they ended up doing it. So, yeah.
Any win is a good win.
Absolutely.
And I know Coach will take it.
Yep.
And Coach doesn't worry about a lot of the other things that we fans worry about.
Yeah.
How that win looks compared to the way Canyon won, or how that win looks in the state as far as the rankings are concerned. Coach doesn't care about that. He cares about that 2-point victory.
Yeah.
And my takeaway from tonight's game is, you know, you can talk about the turnovers, you can talk about the penalties, but it was a typical Dumas-Perryton rivalry game.
Yeah, that might be the best way to say it right there, Darrell, because it's always a struggle when you come to Perryton up here to play these guys. It's always a close ball game over the years. So, yeah, they really shouldn't be surprised at the score and the turnout of the game, that's for sure.
All right, again, the Dumas Demons win tonight. That final score 27-25. So for Dennis Ballou, Zane Powers, this is Darrell Waite saying thank you so much for listening tonight. Make sure you join us next week as we have more Dumas Demon football back at home to take on the